Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Marvel, Awakening the Strengthened System when he gets good reviews. Chapter 1. The down-to-earth Gotham City, South District. Dimly lit streets. A handsome young man, sitting on a small motorcycle, staring blankly at the takeaway in his hand. I've crossed over and become a cute new delivery guy in Gotham City. As we all know, Gotham City steals every 10 steps, robs every 50 steps. Delivering food in this ghost place. The original owner has a big brain. He actually has the same name as me, and they are called Su-Yu. The original owner avoided a few waves of gangsters before delivering the takeaway. Because the soup was spilled, I was scolded by customers, depressed and unstoppable, and it was over. It's just being scolded, what about it? Su-Yu was very speechless. Chatter. A strange old lady's voice came from behind. Looks like you're a loser too. Su-Yu is creepy. Who? He turned around and looked. A very old lady with messy gray hair stepped on the wet ground with her bare feet and walked towards this side with strange steps. Su-Yu said strangely, "Again, are you a loser too?" The old lady shook her head and laughed again in a strong and heavy male voice. "No, one of my little brother Venom is also a loser, we are separated." Little brother Venom, loser. Su-Yu was startled, looked at the strange old lady, and thought, this guy won't be the boss of Venom, Riot. It's already miserable to deliver food in Gotham City, but you still have to meet the Venom family that eats people. The start is hell mode. I'm too hard. Su-Yu squeezed out a smile, kindly reminded. When I delivered takeaway just now, there seemed to be a party in that room, and there were a lot of people. Riot laughed. Thank you for the reminder, but this body is no longer available. The Riot knocked over Su-Yu's takeaway. You don't have to deliver takeout in the future. Are you happy? Su-Yu frowned. It didn't matter whether she delivered takeout or not, being possessed by the riots, she was definitely finished. Ding, the takeaway delivered by the host has been knocked over, and it will become stronger when it is well received. Su-Yu was overjoyed, but did not expect the system to arrive in time. Riot's black hand was on Su-Yu's shoulder. It didn't take long for the Riot to take over Su-Yu. This body is so weak and the match is poor, it seems that I have to find a parasite again. Eat him first, it's too hard for me. Riot and Crazy Tucow. Su-Yu, I said earlier that it was not suitable for you, so I insisted on coming here. Rioting furious, I eat you first and then talk about it. At this time, the binding of the stronger system will be completed after receiving good reviews. Does the host receive a novice gift package? Receive. Su-Yu hurriedly said that he hoped that the spree would give him a way out. The riots are also heard. System. What the hell? Ding. The novice gift package is distributed. 1. Purify the host once. Remove all potential factors that endanger the health of the host, and strengthen the body of the host. 2. Small set of martial arts. Xingyiquan, Jeet Kune Do, Tan legs and so on. 3. 50 square meters of portable space. 4. The host's appearance is optimized, and the body is optimized. Su-Yu felt refreshed instantly. The Riot suddenly screamed. No, something is actually eating me. With the last scream, the Riot was directly purified by the system and turned into pure energy. But part of the super ability of the Riots remained. Super body repair. Immune to Ghost Knight's penitent gaze. Immune mind control. Su-Yu felt better than ever, and all the hidden dangers in her body disappeared. He slammed his fist, the air burst, and there was a sharp sonic boom. Bang! Su-Yu's fist hit the roadside wall, and several bricks were broken. Not injured. The bull is forked. He jumped up again, easily jumping 10 meters high. Su-Yu's heart is ecstatic. I didn't expect that the Riot was here to give a spree, I blame him wrong. The body is strengthened, and the system, Su-Yu is full of expectations for his future. He lowered his head to check the old lady who was possessed by the Riot, and found that the old lady had lost her breath. Killing the Riot can be considered as revenge for you. You killed her. A crisp female voice came over. Su-Yu. He turned around and looked. A woman in a black bodysuit and a black face mask walked towards him in stiletto over the knee boots. The woman has beautiful eyes and plump lips, delicate facial features, exquisite body, and every step she takes is very sultry. The figure is absolutely perfect, the hair volume is amazing, and the appearance is the perfect combination of charm and purity. Catwoman. Anne, Su Yu exclaimed. Unexpectedly, when I first crossed over to Gotham City, it was so exciting. First encountered a riot possessed. I met the famous Gotham City thief again, the top pretty girl Catwoman Selina. Su Yu held down his wallet for the first time. Catwoman is very hurt. These days, even the delivery guy knows about him. Also to prevent yourself from stealing your wallet. I'm so hard. Who is Annie? Catwoman wondered. Su Yu explained casually. A beautiful girl crying bitterly to be my girlfriend. Catwoman shook her head. This way of approaching is so old-fashioned. Why did you kill this old lady? Su Yu pointed to the takeaway on the floor. She knocked over my takeout and tried to eat me. Catwoman frowned. Eat you? I didn't even see her dentures. Who are you fooling? It's just overturning your takeout. As for killing people, you're not a good person. Today I'm going to teach you how to be a man. Although Catwoman is a thief, sometimes her three views seem to be more positive. Her long legs kicked with one kick, her movements were very elegant, and her angles were very tricky. Su Yu leaned back, his hand quickly reached out, grabbed Catwoman's ankle and pulled it back. Catwoman came straight to a one-word horse. This leg, you can play for the year. Su Yu couldn't help sighing. Catwoman was furious. Unexpectedly, this handsome delivery boy was also a hooligan. With her hands on the ground, her whole body jumped up, her left foot out of Su Yu's grasp. Catwoman used her hands and feet to attack Su Yu frantically. Bang, bang, bang. Su Yu used Xingyiquan and Jeet Kune Do to block and counterattack. It was relatively unfamiliar at first, but the more practiced later, the better. The strength, flexibility, and coordination of the body transformed by Riot have been greatly improved, and it is very handy to practice martial arts. Su Yu moved gracefully and blocked Catwoman's attack with one hand. Catwoman is depressed. Why is this guy fighting harder and harder? Did he pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger before? Are all the takeaway guys so capable now? Catwoman took a few steps back, took a few breaths, and after realizing that force didn't seem to solve the problem, putting his hands together on his heart, he began to cry out for help. Help, help. She leaned against the wall, looking pitiful and very frightened. The beauty's cry for help quickly attracted the attention of many people. Catwoman exclaimed, "This delivery boy wants to treat me, you all know." Su Yu shook his head. Don't know. The men around looked at Catwoman with bright eyes and shook their heads. What about you? We really don't understand. Tell me now. Catwoman secretly took a sip. All men are virtuous. He killed. Catwoman pointed to the ground. What? The ground was empty, with nothing but the knocked out takeaways. The old lady's body has been put into the space by Su Yu. Su Can shrugged. Beauty, although I'm handsome, I really don't feel the way you approached me. Knocked down my takeout and framed me for murder. Catwoman was angry. Xinghe glared at Su Yu. Here comes a pole dance starting style, twisting the slender waist, intriguing. The souls of a few strong men onlookers do not know where to go. My mother needs to chat up a man. Catwoman is very proud. Several onlookers began to boo. Little brother, do you have any unique skills to use it? Why don't you have a pole dance too? Su Yu shook his head. A serious person who dances pole dance. He took off his takeaway yellow coat and tore his t-shirt. Wow, 8-pack abs. The girls around were screaming. Su Yu's body is transformed by the energy of the system, and the lines of the deltoid muscles, trapezius muscles, abdominal muscles, etc. are all perfect. Catwoman was also stunned. I didn't expect that this guy's muscles are so beautiful. What should I do if I want to touch it? Su Yu smiled faintly. I knew you would drool, and you said you weren't coveting me. Catwoman wiped her mouth subconsciously, and immediately blushed. Isn't this a self-inflicted attack? Just when she was embarrassed. At the corner of the street, a group of strong men came. The boss said that there is a big reward for catching Catwoman. Stolen to the boss, court death. The people who were still watching Su Yu were shocked. No, it's the subordinate of the Black Mask. Everyone is doing birds and beasts. Su Yu shrugged. You seem to have a lot of enemies. Catwoman glanced at Su Yu, suddenly bullied her, and said in Su Yu's ear. Handsome guy, let's have a date next time. She took a few steps back, did a backflip, and landed firmly on Su Yu's small motorcycle. Boom. No wonder you touched me. Only then did Su Yu discover that his only important asset, the key to his little motorcycle, had been stolen. Catwoman turned her head and smiled sweetly. Bai Meisheng. Dear, you hold on first, I'm going to withdraw. Catwoman ran off on a scooter. Su Yu looked at Catwoman's wallet. There was a lot of USD in it. I didn't touch it for nothing. A dozen strong men with large gold chains around their necks surrounded him. Some have baseball bats, some have knives, all of them are fierce. Boy, this muscle is okay, you have to fight for the girl. Brother takeaway, it's actually Catwoman's concubine. Su Yu knew these people, the people of the Sienna's family, that Black Mask was their boss. Black Mask is a famous criminal in Gotham City, known for his cruelty and madness, and it is not good to offend him. He shrugged. Everyone, it's obvious that I just got my beloved little motorcycle stolen by Catwoman. A young man with a stern face said viciously. Boy, stop pretending, that fool was calling you dear just now. Su Yu looked at the youth with bulging veins. Who are you? I don't even know you, how dare you come out to deliver food? The young man is angry. I'm the younger brother of Black Mask Roman Sionis, Theon Sionis. Su Yu shrugged. Oh, I don't know. Theon took a baseball bat from his hand and smiled cruelly. Wait a minute, you'll be very impressed with me. Su Yu also laughed. It may be that you are impressed by me, but not necessarily. The strong men around laughed. Boy, Boss Theon is a master of Taekwondo underworld, you are courting death. Will the screams of the handsome guy be more pleasing to the ear? Su Yu pouted. Taekwondo, stuff that embroiders legs with flower fists. Theon stopped talking nonsense, and hit him with a stick. The baseball bat pierced the air, screeching, fast. If this hits someone, at least it's a broken bone. Hit the head, it must be a concussion. Instead of retreating, Su Yu advanced, and punched the baseball bat that was waving over. Crack, the sturdy baseball bat was directly smashed to smithereens. A portion of the debris cut through Theon's face, turning his face into a tabby cat. What? Theon screamed and covered his face. Su Yu didn't intend to let him go, grabbed his hair and pulled it down. Su Yu's knee hit Theon's face hard. Click. The people around are a chill, and the sound of the bridge of the nose cracking is shocking. Su Yu kicked the bloody Theon away with another kick. I think you should have a deep understanding of me. Theon fainted directly on the wet road, covered in muddy water. The other dozen or so strong men looked at each other in dismay, and the black-masked boss is not easy to explain. Kill this takeaway. The strong men surrounded Su Yu. Sticks, fists, knives all used. Su Yu knocked over a strong man who rushed over to the ground with one punch, and rushed into the crowd by himself. It's like a tiger entering a flock of sheep, punching a little friend with one punch. 2 minutes later, more than a dozen strong men fell to the ground before they could draw their guns, screaming and wailing. Su Yu clapped his hands, quite a sense of accomplishment. You must know that he used to hit at most one, but now he hits more than a dozen, and he doesn't catch his breath. On the corner of the street, dozens of strong men rushed over. Su Yu didn't bother to fight anymore, walked a few steps quickly, kicked his footsteps, flew over the fence by the roadside, and disappeared. A big man exclaimed, This is the martial arts of the Yan Kingdom. Amazing. Everyone hurriedly carried Theon into the car and sent him to the hospital. Another street corner. Catwoman on a scooter saw everything. This guy really pretended to be a pig and eat a tiger just now. HMPH, it's fun to pretend to be a rookie. She originally planned to rescue Su Yu when she saw that the situation was not right, but now it seems unnecessary. Catwoman touched her body, her eyes widened. Hey, my wallet. Things that have been stolen for so many years have been stolen. Catwoman is furious, and it is the most painful to be deflated in the field she is best at. I thought he took the opportunity to wipe the oil, but I didn't expect to steal something. I don't want face. My mother is so unattractive. I remember you. Su Yu came to another block, deliberately changed the train twice, and returned to the original owner's nest in memory. It's a 3-story bachelor apartment dilapidated. A 40-year-old aunt of the Yan Kingdom with a bunch of keys, 200 pounds, was watching the entrance of the corridor on the first floor. Su Yu, you've been behind on rent for a month. Hey, you've become so handsome. This abs, this, young man, do you want to work less hard for 30 years? I have 3 buildings to collect rent. The aunt's attitude changed in an instant, and she became a little squeamish. Suyu quickly took out 400 USD from Catwoman's wallet and slapped it on the table. The renter, I'll give you the rent. Suyu couldn't stand the gaze of the charter wife, and hurried upstairs. The regretful voice of the charterer came from behind. Hey, why can't I figure it out? Suyu. He recalled the memory of the original owner. Fortunately, this guy kept himself clean and didn't do anything disgusting for the rent. Who can't figure it out? A 200-pound ant can't bear the burden of a woman. He went back to his den, closed the door. A simple 1-bedroom, independent bathroom, the room is fairly clean. It seems that the original owner is quite hygienic. Suyu checked Catwoman's wallet, and there were more than 500 United States dollars in it. There were no other documents at all. Also, whoever goes out to steal something with a certificate. Suyu started to check his own system. Getting good reviews will make you stronger. He turned on the system and found that there was another panel. Host. Suyu, Chi and Blood 40, Agility 45, Spirit 42, the average value of ordinary people is 8. Host reputation. You are unknown, and few people even know you in the Southern District of Gotham. His body value is 5 times that of ordinary people. But in reality, Suyu could have dozens of strong men in a dozen without a problem. System, how do you make tasks stronger? Ding, the host is a glorious delivery boy. He has received good reviews by delivering food, and his physical stats have been strengthened. Getting good reviews will make you stronger. This is okay. Ding, there are many superheroes in this world. The host delivers food, does errands, and gets praise from superhero. You can get higher rewards, including supernatural powers, abilities, etc. The system will help the host to grab superheroes' takeaways first. Currently, only takeaways in Gotham's Southern District can be grabbed. To get orders from other places, the host needs to increase its prestige and influence. Is that still the delivery guy and the errand guy? Superhero. Does Batman count? Catwoman. Now that there is a system, Suyu intends to become stronger as soon as possible. He knew from the memory of the original owner. Gotham City's Bruce Wayne. Tony Stark of the Big Apple. They are all famous Diamond Kings. Batman and Iron Man are here, but Thanos and Darkseid are far away. Suyu shook his head. These were too far away from him, and he was just a delivery boy. The sky is falling, and there is still superhero on it. I will make a fortune first. Catwoman in my left hand, and Widow Sister in my right hand. Isn't it fragrant? He took a shower and slept soundly. At noon the next day, with Aunt She's burning eyes, Suyu went out. That look is so scary. My beloved little motorcycle is still in Catwoman's hands. Suyu decided to go and fill her stomach first. He followed the original owner's practice and came to a bar called Seventh Heaven on Kiefin Street. Although it is a bar, it also serves food. The original owner came here to eat, mainly to see the proprietress here. Suyu pushed open the bar door and walked in. It's a neatly decorated bar, flying darts games, old game consoles, tables and chairs, just like any other bar. The only difference is that the lady boss in the bar. Her name is Tifa, yes, Tifa from Final Fantasy. Hee, Suyu, long time no see. The proprietress smiled at Suyu with a smile. The smile of the proprietress is very healing. Even LSP Suyu has to sigh. The smile of the proprietress Tifa makes him feel like a spring breeze. He looked at the proprietress. Willow eyebrows, almond eyes, a little cherry mouth. The black and beautiful long hair is waist length, very soft. The tenderness between the eyebrows seems to melt everyone. Suyu took a few steps closer. Keep watching Tifa. In front of the eyes, the long snow-white and well-proportioned legs, the fat-free ant waist, and the dazzling figure. Sure enough, the original owner had been secretly in love with the proprietress for a long time. Last month, she was going to be aggressive, send food to make money, and chase her. It's been a month. The proprietress screamed suddenly, her eyes filled with stars. Wow, Suyu, you've become so handsome. You're so handsome all of a sudden. Suyu smiles. I also felt like metamorphosis and started turning into a real man last night. Tifa Thief smiled, her beautiful eyes narrowed into crescent moons. Which girl is so lucky? I'm sour. Suyu sat at the bar. Madam, where do you think you've been? I mean, I went to a group fight last night, one of a dozen or so. Tifa blushed slightly, and gave Suyu a white look. You know how to fool me, or is it the same? Suyu nodded. It didn't take long for a freshly made sandwich and orange juice to arrive. Tifa put her elbows on the bar, her hands on her face, and her face was intoxicated. It's really become a lot more handsome, and the edges and corners are clear. Who gave you the blessing? Suyu ate the hamburger, looked up and down at Tifa's invincible figure, and smiled. Would you like to see my newly trained abs? Tifa rolled his eyes at him. Stop lying, you were drunk last time and took off your t-shirt. To be honest, there is nothing to see except being thin. Suyu. As soon as he put the sandwich down, he lifted the t-shirt. The perfect muscle lines instantly blinded Tifa's eyes. What? She screamed softly, and the blush climbed up her snow-white face in an instant. How long have you been training, such perfect muscles? I haven't seen you for a month, are you going to practice abs? Tifa was incoherent, her eyes were erratic, and she looked shy. Suyu exclaimed, Tifa's hot body has a restrained and shy heart. How can ordinary people stand this kind of contrast? Some bar patrons started booing. Boss lady, you don't pick a place. Is this little brother your boyfriend? You guys are so worthy. Tifa was even more shy. Suyu laughed. Don't get me wrong, I'm a delivery guy, and I like to deliver takeaways from the boss. The crowd was still booing. Someone said, the delivery boy is very popular recently. Last night, a delivery boy beat a dozen strong men and sent the black masked brother to the hospital. Someone took a video, but only the back was taken, the action is super burning. The delivery guy seems to have an affair with Catwoman. Tifa whispered, Suyu, it can't be you. Suyu smiled. You guess. Tifa squinted her eyes. HMPH, people care about you, forget it. Just then, Tifa received a takeaway order and went to the kitchen to prepare food. Suyu took out his phone and took the delivery order. 10 minutes later, Tifa packed 2 barbecued burgers and 2 chicken thigh rice. She handed over her hands and smiled sweetly. Here, it's not far, just a block away. Suyu took the food and touched Tifa's hand by the way. Tifa's mouth pursed slightly. Stinking rogue. It was only then that Suyu remembered that her beloved motorcycle was still with Catwoman. That lady boss, borrow your little motorcycle. Tifa rolled her eyes and handed over the key. Please, you are a takeaway brother, you don't even have a small motorcycle. Suyu took the key, touched Tifa's white hand again, and rushed out like the wind. Tifa, is this Suyu a ghost? It has become good and bad, but it has also become so handsome. Another block, the 3rd floor of an apartment. Suyu looked at the house number and knocked on the door. Hello, your takeaway has arrived. Suyu looked at the 2 large hamburgers and 2 chicken leg rice in his hand. Miss Katie, eating so much for one person. Unscientific. The door is opened. A ferocious black strong man looked at Suyu, very vigilant. What are you doing? Suyu pointed to the yellow takeaway clothes on her body. Obviously, I was a takeaway, and Miss Katie ordered the hamburger and chicken leg rice. Bring it to you. The strong man glared at Suyu, and grabbed huge amounts of hands towards the takeaway. The corner of Suyu's mouth twitched. This product obviously doesn't want to be praised. Suyu backed away from the strong man. This is Miss Katie's takeaway and I need her to give me a 5-star review. The strong man was angry. Boy, you are a takeaway, what are you talking about? Hurry up and bring the takeaway to me. Suyu was unmoved, there was no praise, he sent a wool takeaway. Sorry, this takeaway is from Miss Katie. You are ill, after delivery, hurry up and place an order. The black strong man thinks that this Asian delivery boy has a hole in his head. What's wrong? Another skinny black man came over, with obvious scars on his face, and at first glance, he was not a good person. Suyu frowned and said to himself, these two are obviously not good people. Could it be a robbery? The skinny black man stared at Suyu, his eyes flashed fiercely, but he was still caught by Suyu. These two really have ghosts. The skinny black man laughed. Katie can't get out of the room, so come in and talk to her. Suyu nodded. Well, I delivered it so quickly, just in order to get a 5-star praise, I must meet. The 2 Negroes got out of the way. Suyu walked in. The door was closed quickly. On the sofa in the room was a girl in her 20s, with blonde hair, her mouth was covered by socks. A look of horror. Su-yu seemed to have reacted just now, and turned to look. Two black people have raised guns at themselves. Hey, takeaway brother, quickly put down the takeaway. The black brawny seems worried that the takeout has been knocked over. The thin black man gave a weird laugh. Cha-cha, such a handsome guy is about to die on the spot, it seems a pity. Su-yu waved his hand. I didn't expect that I was so unlucky today that I might die when I deliver food. I have one last request. Can you agree to me? Tell me about it. The skinny black man laughed. I would like to see what someone wants to do before they die. Su-yu nodded. If you don't kill me, you probably won't be willing. Otherwise, let this lady give me a 5-star praise. Bang. The three almost fell together. Is this takeaway boy all right? Do you want praise? The girl was desperate. She thought there was a savior, but who knew that a fool would come? The two black people looked at each other and laughed. When we enjoy her, maybe let her give you a good review, now turn around. The thin black man flicked the gun in his hand lightly, motioning Su-yu to turn his back to him. Su-yu shrugged. Why don't you let me watch you shoot? It's not fun at all. You are crazy. The black strong man slammed the butt of a gun on Su-yu's head. Su-yu suddenly stepped out and kicked on his knee. The black strong man screamed and fell heavily to the ground. Ah, it hurts, my kneecap is broken. Su-yu kindly advised. It shouldn't be, I'm not that hard. The skinny black man quickly pulled the trigger at Su-yu. Boom. Su-yu had noticed his movements long ago, predicted it in advance, and avoided the bullet attack. Da da da. The skinny black man fired several shots in a row, but he didn't hit Su-yu. Such a small space, such a close distance, is too unscientific. The black strong man scolded. Mike, your marksmanship is too bad. Mike got angry, and after a few more shots, he still missed Su-yu. This takeaway guy is weird. Su-yu stood still. Enough, it's up to me. He flew over, a sliding shovel, and knocked the skinny black man to the ground. Bang! With just one kick, the man was directly knocked unconscious by Su-yu. He walked over to the black strong man, and kicked the strong man unconscious with another kick. Su-yu clapped his hands, walked over, and took out the socks from Katie's mouth. Miss, it's all right. Wow, woohoo. Katie's emotions were suddenly released and she burst into tears. Su-yu untied her. Okay, are you all right? Katie stabilized her mind, her eyes lit up. Wow, you are so handsome. Su-yu shrugged. Whether you are handsome or not, you are saved, give me. Katie hurriedly interjected and said shyly. If you make some excessive demands, it's not impossible for me to agree. Su-yu secretly said. Sure enough, she looks handsome, and the girls repay their kindness on the spot, so you don't have to wait until the next life to get grass and hold a ring. Su-yu smiled. I just want a 5-star review. Katie opened her mouth wide and looked surprised. You risked your life just for a 5-star review. Su-yu pointed to his takeaway clothes. Do a line, love a line. Katie looked in the mirror. The two robbers had been jealous of her for a long time, and the handsome guy in front of her must have looked down on her too much. Katie retrieved her phone from the black man's pocket and gave Su-yu a 5-star review. Ding! The host received a sincere 5-star praise. The task completion rate is 90%, blood +1, spirit +2. Only 90%. Is it only 100% to meet her rude requirements? Su-yu felt that her strength and mental strength seemed to have become stronger again, and she was still very satisfied. Katie, you'd better call the police first. Okay. Su-yu got good reviews and was ready to take the next order. Katie pulled Su-yu and wouldn't let him go. Little brother, I'm afraid, what will happen to these two when they wake up? Su-yu waved his hand. Don't worry, these two people will probably wake up tomorrow. Katie still didn't let Su-yu go. About 10 minutes later, the sound of a police car came from downstairs. It's quite quick to get out of the police, after all, it's Gotham City. About a minute, clatter, clatter, clatter. The sound of high heels stepping on the floor came from outside the door. Su-yu turned around and saw a woman walked in. He first saw a pair of black high-heeled shoes, black stockings, thin and straight legs, and a tight red short skirt. Continue to look up. Ying holds a slender waist and a hot body. The face of a delicate oriental beauty, but the eyes are very sharp, giving people the feeling of heroic and valiant. It's the year of playing with legs again. This looks and body is also very good. The woman took out the pistol from the holster in her thigh and pointed at Suyu vigilantly. I'm a detective, what's the matter? Who are you? Suyu felt that the woman was a little familiar, and pointed to her takeaway clothes. I'm just a delivery boy, who are you? I'm Detective Chief of Gotham's Southern District Police Headquarters, Ada King. King Ada. Suyu was stunned for a moment and secretly said. No wonder the face is familiar, is it King Ada in Resident Evil? He looked at King Ada again and found that it really looked like. Ada, do you know Jill Valentine? King Ada gave Suyu a white look. That's my classmate, very smug. How did you know each other? Can you tell me what's going on first? She felt that the handsome delivery boy in front of her was a little out of his mind. This way of chatting up is so old-fashioned. Katie hastened to repeat the matter. King Ada looked Suyu up and down. You subdued 2 gunmen with your bare hands. Suyu shrugged. Actually, I still have 2 chicken rice and 2 burgers on hand. King Ada. She put the pistol into the holster first, and let the police detectives who came later control the 2 black people. A black police detective said, Inspector, these 2 were repeat offenders, Jimmy and John, with several burglaries and murders. Oh, King Ada glanced at Suyu again. Are you really a delivery boy? Suyu winked at her. Is it possible that I'm still your husband? Bah, do you need to clean up? King Ada is on fire. Looking at your fighting skills, let's practice next time. The surrounding police detectives are worried about this delivery boy. King Ada is the king of fighters in the Southern District, or the entire Gotham City Police Department. Suyu nodded. If you lose, how about being my girlfriend? It seems pretty good to have a girl who is beautiful, has a perfect figure, and can play as a girlfriend. Katie is very depressed. It seems that this handsome guy doesn't like her. King Ada is very confident in his fighting. Okay, do you want to lose? Suyu smiled. Definitely be your boyfriend, you earned it. People are numb. King Ada. I have seen Shameless, never seen such shameless. She pointed to her eyes. Boy, I will keep an eye on you, don't do anything wrong. Suyu shrugged. It was unexpected for me to be interested in me so quickly. King Ada. Suyu took a confession, said goodbye to Katie, left the apartment, and went to run an order. King Ada watched Suyu's leaving back, clenched his fists. It looks like a scumbag, don't fall into my hands next time. Katie sighed. Hey, as long as I'm prettier than this detective, don't even think about leaving tonight, little brother. Suyu went to deliver another takeaway. The completion rate is only 50%. The blood has only increased by 0.2. He seems to have figured out the routine of the system a bit. The food delivery is fake, and there is still something to do. This system is a real chicken thief. He rode his scooter back to the 7th heaven. Tifa greeted him kindly. Suyu, how are you today? Suyu sat down and sighed. Forget it, go out to deliver a takeaway, and encounter a robber. Tifa cared. Are you okay? It's okay, I rescued a girl, but she was entangled and almost couldn't come back. Tifa covered her mouth and snickered. It's really dangerous for you to deliver food because of your beauty. Recently, there have been several female demons in Gotham City. Suyu sighed. No way, don't go to take out, who will support me? Tifa rubbed her hands and whispered. As the proprietress of 7th Heaven, it's not too much to pack a little dog. What? Suyu didn't hear clearly. Tifa's face turned slightly red, and she pretended to go to greet the other guests, and secretly warned herself. I'm not a face control. In the bar, some people who came to drink began to discuss. Have you heard that Black Mosk's younger brother Theon was beaten badly and is still in the hospital now? I heard that he was beaten by a delivery boy. He looks very handsome. With this kung fu, what kind of takeaway brother, how good is it to be king in Gotham City? What do you know, no matter how powerful the kung fu is, do you have a gun? This guy better run away, and wait for the Black Mask who talked with Jinping to come back from the Big Apple, he will never spare him. Suyu heard the crowd talking. Looks like you need to get stronger quickly. Ding, you have a new order. The computer in Tifa's shop rang. Miss Wong of the Southern District Police Station, a spicy chicken burger, Mexican red pepper barbecue, and a cup of hot coffee. Tifa gave Su Yu a mischievous smile. Su Yu, I heard that this young Inspector Wong is a big beauty, you quickly grabbed the order. Su Yu said that Sean had already been snapped up. King Ada is also considered a celebrity, and getting a 5-star praise should be a good reward. Tifa is a little bit tasteful. HMPH, scumbag, grab the order when you hear the big beauties. Su Yu comforts Tifa. Madam, my heart will always be with you. When I see you, I will be lucky. You prepare first, I'll go to the convenience store to buy something. After Su Yu finished speaking, he walked out of the bar in a hurry. Tifa sighed. Hey, we're still not from the same world. She frowned. I won't make you feel better about the Shinra organization. Su Yu came back with a black bag, picked up Tifa's packaged takeaway, rode on Tifa's scooter, and went to deliver the food again. Southern District Police Station. King Ada is working on the file. There was a knock on the door. Come in. Su Yu, wearing a yellow takeout suit, walked in. Beauty detective, your takeaway has arrived. King Ada looked up. It's you. Are you really a delivery boy? Su Yu shrugged. I was originally a delivery boy. Your spicy chicken burger and red pepper barbecue, to be honest, you eat a little spicy, easy to get angry. King Ada rolled his eyes at him. Does it have anything to do with you? Su Yu laughed. I am also a customer who cares about myself. You will give me 5-star praise. King Ada shook his head. Impossible. So decisive. How can I give me a 5-star praise? Su Yu saw from King Ada's eyes that there was still more to talk about. King Ada thought for a while. Katie said you can play very well. Let's go to the practice room to compete. If you win, I will give you a 5-star praise. Fight. That's not good. King Ada tapped the table with his finger. Don't want to compete. Then I'm not happy, I have to give a bad review. Su Yu is speechless. Is this threatening himself? Since he wants to seek abuse, he is not used to it. Okay, but if you lose, you must give me 5-star praise. Ada Wong smiled, his eyes eager to try. I just won, and I give you a 5-star praise. Su Yu shook her head. Why are you such a violent woman? Can you marry in the future? Ada Wong stretched and outlined a perfect figure. My mother is like this, are you afraid that you won't be able to marry? The two came to the training room of the police station. Many police detectives also came to watch the fun. This takeaway brother wants an Ada king than fighting. Isn't it good to deliver takeout? Isn't this looking for abuse? The police station has no opponents, and King Ada has begun to abuse vegetables. Wow, this little guy is so handsome. I don't think King Ada wants to drink alcohol, exclaimed a civilian nympho. The two quickly stood still, both took off their shoes. King Ada said lightly, wait, I won't keep my hand, if you can't hold it, call for surrender. Surrender. Men must not shout surrender. Su Yu shook his head. Okay then. With a straight face, King Ada quickly took a few steps forward and slashed towards Su Yu with a knife. As her palm slashed, the air made a sonic boom. Obviously King Ada's strength was very good. Su Yu used Jeet Kune Do, quickly slapped her palm, hit Ada Wang's wrist, and swayed her attacking knife away. It's not enough to cross the river, hit its current. King Ada's face changed. Su Yu's speed was even faster than her. The use of power is also very good, making her uncomfortable. Her wrists went numb. Su Yu quickly leaned forward and punched forward with his right hand. King Ada hurriedly punched to block. Boom. The two fists collided, each of them took a few steps back, and King Ada took 2 or 3 more steps back. So powerful. King Ada was startled and shook his numb right hand. Come again. She kicked Su Yu with her long legs, and before her feet reached her, her strength was already blowing Su Yu's hair. Su Yu leaned back and ducked. Who knows, this is actually King Ada's feint attack. The corners of her lips pursed slightly, and she swept her legs directly and quickly to hook Su Yu. At the moment, Su Yu's center of gravity is unstable, and he is about to be hooked by King Ada. Whoosh! He jumped directly on the spot, did a backflip, and stably dodged. The crowd exclaimed, "It's awesome, that's okay. This takeaway brother's waist and abdomen are so strong. I don't know which little fool will be cheaper in the future." Ada Wong also marveled at Su Yu's reaction. Good. Su Yu's face was straight. It's my turn. Su Yu moved his body quickly and hit Ada King with a long fist. Then, with Xingyiquan, Tan Kui kept greeting King Ada. King Ada was able to fight back at first, but slowly, as Su Yu got better and better, she could only parry. Impossible, I can't beat a delivery boy. King Ada was messed up, and the result was more and more chaos. She throws a punch. Su Yu grabbed her hand and threw her back. Boom. King Ada was slammed to the ground and couldn't get up for a while. The surrounding police detectives took a deep breath. The fighting champion of the entire police station actually lost to the delivery boy. King Ada stared blankly at the ceiling. Doubt your life. Su Yu came over and reached out to pull her up. King Ada's pale jade hand knocked off Su Yu's hand and got up by himself. HMPH, I didn't expect you to be a master fighter. Su Yu laughed. I just practice casually. Just practice. Who are you insulting? King Ada was depressed. Well, your original promise can be fulfilled, right? Su Yu looked at King Ada with anticipation. Bah, I want to be your girlfriend if I win. Dream. King Ada scoffed. Su Yu shrugged. Please, you want to be beautiful, be my girlfriend, you have to line up. I just want you to give a 5-star review. King Ada opened his mouth slightly, daring to feel that he would be wrong. She glanced at Su Yu angrily. Nerve, defeating me is just a good review. The old lady is so unattractive. She took out her phone and gave Su Yu a 5-star review. Satisfied, Su Yu listened to the sound of the system. Ding, the host has received a 5-star praise from King Ada. The completion rate is 90%, and the reward, an improved version of the T-virus. Improved version of T-virus. After use, the user's blood, agility, and agility are greatly improved, and there are no side effects. Su Yu smiled. Good stuff. Ada is numb, fainted, actually giggling there for the 5-star praise. Su Yu walked up to her. Thank you for your 5-star review, and I brought you a small gift. Small gift. Su Yu smiled mysteriously. Aren't you relatives here? I bought you a pack of pads. King Ada blushed instantly. You scumbag. Su Yu shook her head. Hey, don't I just want you to have a better customer experience? The money for the pads will be sent to me later. King Ada rage ran away and ignored Su Yu at all. Su Yu shrugged at the onlookers. Girlfriend is petty, please don't mind. When King Ada in the distance heard it, he almost fell to the ground. When did I become his girlfriend? She immediately wondered. How did he know my relatives were coming? Su Yu hummed a little tune, left the police station, and rode a motorcycle to the 7th Heaven bar. Back to the bar, Tifa, who is in perfect shape, is mixing drinks at the bar. Most of the men in the bar looked at her involuntarily with her movements. The figure is too good, it's 2 wolves. Su Yu suddenly shouted. Whose wife came to her husband with a baseball bat? The expressions of several men changed, and they ran away. Tifa poured a good wine for the guests and gave Su Yu a blank look. You want my bar to lose money, right? I finally paid for it. Su Yu looked her up and down, stopped for a few places. Boss, you are so good, I'll steal the battery car to support you. Tifa was a little embarrassed by Su Yu, and scolded in a soft and waxy voice. Liar, your own little motorcycle has been stolen, but you are too embarrassed to say that you stole a car to support me. Su Yu, that's because the female thief is too fierce, I was a little distracted for a while. Tifa's Jones' nose moved. Hey, you smell like a woman's perfume, what did you just do? Su Yu shrugged. Going for takeout. Tifa looked at him scrutiny. You can't be the takeaway. Su Yu, a man can be poor, but he can't be a duck without dignity. Su Yu knocked Tifa on the head. What are you thinking? I just competed with King Ada at the police station. Tifa pouted and rubbed her head. HMPH, it's the other way around, you actually beat the boss. Still, she was relieved to hear that Su Yu didn't do the duck. The two were talking and laughing, and Tifa gave a silver bell-like laughter from time to time, causing the bar's guests to look here frequently. Who is this kid, to actually soak in the boss's wife? If you look handsome, you can do whatever you want. I didn't expect that the lady boss is also a face control, woo woo woo. Su Yu took the time to go to the bathroom and get a shot of the T-virus. His body twitched instantly, and the whole person shivered, not only trembling, but the medicine was too strong. After a few minutes, Su Yu, who was sweating profusely, felt that his strength was much stronger. He checked his panel. Host. Su Yu, blood 56, agility 60, spirit 45, average value for ordinary people is 8. Both blood and agility have increased by more than 10 points. Really good. Although the value has only increased so much, Su Yu found that his strength has increased by at least 2/3. Now facing King Ada, it is estimated that she is even more powerless to fight. I hope she will not come to abuse. Gotham City, a high-level private hospital in the North District. Theon lying on the hospital bed heard the report of his subordinates. Is he really a takeaway? Theon was furious that he was beaten so badly by a food delivery man. He didn't want to lose face. Send someone over and smash that Seventh Heaven bar. Throw that takeaway delivery man into the sea. Terry, a bespectacled think tank of the Black Mask family, advised. Theon, Seventh Heaven is Avalanche's stronghold in Gotham City. There's no need to fight them. There are a lot of supernatural beings in there. Theon was a little unhappy. Then at least make the takeaways disappear. Terry nodded. This is no problem. I checked that guy, and he has no background. Theon smiled cruelly. Dare to beat me, I want him to be tortured to death. Su Yu's left eyelid kept jumping. Hey, did my peach blossoms arrive? He sent a few more orders in the afternoon, nothing special, adding up to only 0.6 increase in chi and blood. To be honest, very unmotivated. Looks like it's time to raise your prestige and take those superhero orders. At the moment it is dark. The door of the bar was pushed open, and a girl wearing a black leather jacket and leather pants walked in. The bar instantly became much quieter, and everyone looked at the girl. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. A girl with such a look and figure is truly amazing. Tifa bumped Su Yu with her hand. Look, here comes a big beauty. Su Yu turned around and said to Tifa with a smile. Madam, please watch your wallet. Su Yu held her cell phone and wallet in her hands, and looked at the Catwoman who came over with a vigilant look on her face. Catwoman was instantly furious when she saw Su Yu's cautious look. The old lady is a big thief. Not a little thief who steals wallets. She came over and sat by the bar. Bring me a cocktail that is famous here. Tifa smiled slightly. Hold on. Catwoman glanced at Tifa's superb figure. That's why you come to this bar so often. Su Yu looked at her. You're not bad. To be honest, Catwoman's figure and appearance are absolutely outstanding. She has bright eyes and bright teeth, looking forward to the brilliance, smiling like a flower, and she is astonishing. The facial features are exquisite and three-dimensional, and the figure is slender and elegant. Catwoman glanced at Su Yu with wide eyes. Just tell me how you hid the old lady's body and I'll give you a chance to date. Su Yu shook her head. What corpse? Isn't it in the hospital? Catwoman snorted. Stop pretending. I went to the hospital today to check it out. The old lady's internal organs were eaten. You shouldn't have done it. Su Yu did not expect that Catwoman did so many things in one day. It's just a blindfold. Su Yu held the wine glass, and with a thought, the wine glass suddenly disappeared. Catwoman's eyes narrowed. As a top thief, the eyes must be sharp and the reaction must be very fast. But, she really didn't see how Su Yu hid the wine glass. She reached out to check Su Yu's hand. Hey, where did the cup go? Su Yu looked at her with a smile. Are you very interested in me? It's very dangerous. Bah, I'm just interested in your tricks. Catwoman rolled her eyes at Su Yu and sat back again. Su Yu stretched out his hand, the wine glass appeared again, and he took a sip of wine comfortably. This moment caught Catwoman's attention again. Catwoman's eyes lit up, full of curiosity about Su Yu. Su Yu nodded secretly. To tease the cat is to make the cat curious, and he will post it himself. Catwoman grabbed the glass and examined it carefully. It's just an ordinary wine glass, so weird. You do it again and show me. Su Yu shook her head. I don't do anything without a lottery. Catwoman frowned. As long as it's not too demanding, I can satisfy you. Su Yu secretly said, it really is cat. If you do it again, and you still don't understand the principle, you will be my girlfriend. Everyone around is numb. That's not too much of a request. A magic trick just wants to deceive a big beauty. Still in such a good shape. If you look handsome, you can flirt with girls as you like. Catwoman glanced at Su Yu. You have a big appetite. Come on, if I see it, you will be my little brother, full-time guard. Su Yu nodded. No problem. He moved the hand holding the wine glass, and the wine glass disappeared out of thin air. Catwoman doubts life. Impossible, absolutely impossible. She pounced and groped around Su Yu. Su Yu grabbed her hand and said loudly, "What are you messing with? Everyone is watching, let's talk about it later." The bar diners not far away looked at Catwoman with weird eyes. "You look so beautiful, you need to be so anxious. In this way, handsome guys are indeed a scarce resource. What's coming at me?" Catwoman blushed instantly. She shook off Su Yu's hand. "Bah, I'm just looking for a cup," Tifa said with a tasteful smile. "Hee hee, you guys had a lot of fun." She handed the prepared cocktail to Catwoman. "Beauty, Su Yu likes to joke, don't be angry." Catwoman frowned, and the proprietress's tone felt like Su Yu's girlfriend. She grinned. "This guy gave me a small motorcycle to ride last night. He said that it is dangerous at night. I really don't know why he cares about me so much." Tifa frowned, regretting not putting chili in the cocktail. She whimpered in a soft voice. "Su Yu, I chatted with you for a few hours today, people are so happy." Su Yu, women's war is like a tornado, and it starts in an instant. And I am the fuse. He moved back a little bit. Catwoman and Tifa meet directly. The two laughed at each other a few times. "Your soft and waxy voice is good tea." Tifa looked at Catwoman. "You have a big mouth." The smell of gunpowder in the bar came up instantly. "Two beauties, in fact, you can coexist peacefully," Su Yu kindly advised. The two were completely immersed in mockery and didn't watch Su Yu at all. A gray-haired old man, as a visitor, smiled at Su Yu. "Young man, you have to make a fortune in silence at this time, don't try to persuade them." Su Yu liked him, took out his phone and took an order. I glanced at Catwoman and Tifa, who were still fighting each other, and went to deliver food. Su Yu rode a small motorcycle to pick up takeout at a restaurant and headed for the address. This customer also gave me $100 for errands. It's a huge customer. I must give me a 5-star praise. Slowly Su Yu felt a little weird. The food delivery address is a 2-story old-fashioned building. Su Yu learned from the original owner's memory that this was a stronghold of the Cianis family. A few sturdy black men at the door looked at Su Yu maliciously, showing that this trip was unusual. "Excuse me, this is your takeaway." Several people were apparently instructed to put Su Yu in. Su Yu walked in. There were about 20 people in the lobby on the first floor holding sticks, all of them were fierce, staring at him fiercely. A man with glasses smiled strangely. "Little brother, you beat our Cianis family, and you still dare to deliver food in Gotham City. Are you stupid or crazy?" "I think he's itchy." A strong white man over 1.95 meters tall walked slowly towards Su Yu, pinching his fingers. Everyone sees Su Yu as prey and is ready to play for a while. As a prey, Su Yu has no consciousness, so he has a good time. He looked at the man with glasses. "I'm curious, what are you going to do with me?" The glasses man smiled cruelly. "Definitely break your leg and let Theon handle you." Su Yu nodded. "Understood. Can I make one last request?" "What? Let's hear it." Su Yu pointed to the phone. "Can you give me a 5-star review? I'm relying on this to eat." The man with glasses laughed. "I really didn't expect you to ask for this, don't you understand the situation?" The people around were also laughing, as if they had met a fool. Su Yu shrugged. "Don't laugh first, give a good review first." The man with glasses held back his laughter. "I want to see you being abused first, this may be your last praise, cherish it." Su Yu shook her head. "Maybe it's your last good review." The strong white man threw his fists the size of a casserole and called at Su Yu. Su Yu took a step back, dodged easily, took out his mobile phone and sent a video to King Ada. "Humph, what's the matter with me?" King Ada is still brooding over the fact that he was defeated by Su Yu during the day. "Didn't you see, I entered the den of thieves and was being beaten." King Ada watched a circle of vicious gangsters, shrugged. "You are a wireless signal. I can't follow the network cable to save you." Su Yu kicked over the white strong man. "Is there a sense of public morality? I am being revenged by the gang." King Ada scoffed. "You can't win with just these rotten sweet potatoes, and you still want to be my boyfriend." The man with glasses is angry. This kid is actually picking up girls at this time. He can't take care of himself after hitting me. The three rushed up waving baseball bats. Su-yu quickly kicked out, one at a time, kicking the three people down. The man with glasses was surprised. This guy knows Yan Kingdom martial arts. Let's go together. Su-yu put away the phone and punched one person away. Then a volley flip, kicking one person to the ground. After punching and kicking, the opponent was knocked to the ground except for the man with glasses. The man with glasses sweated on his forehead, knowing that he had kicked the iron plate this time. He quickly took out his pistol. I am. Su-yu kicked him flying, hitting the wall and smashing a hole directly into the wall. Su-yu walked over and dragged him out. What's your name? Terry, said the man with glasses, a little scared. Snapped. Su-yu slapped his gums. Why won't you give me a good review? Who do you look down on? Terry, seeing that Su-yu was going to fight, he hurriedly said. I'll give a good review right away, wait. Su-yu saw that he gave a good review, kicked again, and went up to the second floor. On the second floor are two offices. Su-yu kicked open the office and found a safe. Will there be white noodles in here? The Sinis family is a well-known drug dealer in Gotham City, and Su-yu thinks there should be surprises in it. He tore the safe out and carried it downstairs. Terry, right, there should be a lot of good stuff in this safe. King Ada will be here soon. Terry's face changed. Sue, you are going against my Sinis family. Give us the box now, and we still have things to discuss. Su-yu smiled. You're so interesting, I can't take care of myself because of the fight I was just about to fight. Now there are some discussions. However, I'm just a takeaway, and I must be in self-defense just now. Terry wanted to say something else, but was stunned by Su-yu's foot. About 10 minutes later, the door was kicked open. King Ada rushed in with gun-toting detectives. She looked at the fierce and strong men on the floor. It's all you who knocked it down. Su-yu shrugged. Is it hard? King Ada was speechless. Why did you come here? They ordered a takeaway and gave a reward of 100 United States dollars, and I accidentally got their way. Su-yu said angrily. Who knows, this is a trap. It's a trap that wants to kill me. It's too unethical. King Ada rolled his eyes. You don't seem to be hurt at all. Su-yu blew his palm. Who said it wasn't hurt? My fingers are a little sore. The strong men lying on the ground are numb, and a little pain is considered an injury. Su-yu pointed to the safe again. There should be a lot of things you are interested in here, enough to send this wave of people to the Black Gate prison. King Ada put on gloves, turned his head over, and slowly moved the combination lock of the safe. In less than a minute, the safe was opened, and there were some documents, a pistol, and several bags of drugs. Very good. King Ada is happy. She has long wanted to attack this Black Mask stronghold. But there is no reason for it. I didn't expect that Su-yu, the delivery boy, helped me a lot. She smiled. This time you have made a contribution, and the bounty cannot be missed without you. Su-yu was overjoyed, and he seemed to have a door opened in an instant. King Ada, the two robbers I caught this morning should also have a bounty. King Ada rolled his eyes. Yes, I will notify you when there is news. At this time, Tifa sent Su-yu a video. Hey, Su-yu, Selena said, the Black Masks are going to deal with you, so you don't go to 17 Corolla Street for takeout. We quarreled just now, and Catwoman forgot about the business. Tifa looked worried. Su-yu smiled. Madam, it's too late, I've already come here, and I got a 5-star praise. Catwoman came over and wondered. Why aren't you dead yet? Su-yu showed the video to King Ada. The biggest thief in the city, do you want to catch him? King Ada frowned. Catwoman. Catwoman has put on the mask and waved. Hello, Inspector Ada. King Ada glared at Su-yu, and seemed to hate that iron is not steel. Sure enough, you really are not a good person, hanging out with Catwoman. Su-yu shrugged. Please, I'm a victim too, she stole my scooter. King Ada stared at Catwoman. Don't be complacent, I'll send you to Arkham Asylum one day. Catwoman also shrugged. The curves of her shoulders and neck are perfect. I'm looking forward to that day. Ding, the host has received a 5-star praise, the completion rate is 95%, and the reward, gunfighting. Su-yu was taken aback. The guest was knocked to the ground and sent to the prison. The degree of completion is actually very high. The 3 views of this system are broken. Spear fighting technique. Integrates the powerful ability of taijutsu, spearmanship, and swordsmanship. Attacking and defending is 1. Su Yu was very happy to learn. A lot of firearms knowledge flooded into his mind. He went directly from a firearms novice to a firearms master. Accuracy, eyesight, and hand softness have been greatly improved. Su Yu's hands itched instantly, and glanced at the desert eagle on Kane's waist. He walked over, touched it quietly, and the desert eagle was put into the storage space. King Ada and the others did not find out. Su Yu recorded a statement on the spot and prepared to leave. King Ada called to him. Wait, we'll find you anytime, don't leave Gotham City. Su Yu nodded. No problem, when you miss me, remember to order a takeout and ask me to deliver it. Bah, who misses you, just asks you to cooperate with the investigation. King Ada rolled his eyes at him, turned around and entered the door, continuing to search for evidence. Su Yu shook his head and rode his beloved little motorcycle back to the bar. When he came back, he found that Tifa and Catwoman had become good friends, and the two were chatting hotly. Tifa, your waist is so thin, I don't know which stinky man is cheap. Tifa covered her mouth and snickered. Selena, you're a perfect figure, no wonder Su Yu is interested in you. Cough cough. Su Yu walked over and smiled. You guys don't know each other. Are you planning to be my girlfriend? 2 girlfriends with such a good figure. It seems that I have to make up for it. Tifa rolled her eyes at Su Yu. Whoosh. Catwoman kicked her with her long legs. Little thief, stop daydreaming. Su Yu took a step back, dodging Catwoman's feet, suddenly clasping Catwoman's ankle, and pulling back. Catwoman is another beautiful one-word horse. Haha, why are you always talking to me, what are you implying? Su Yu looked up and down at Catwoman's long legs and snow-white swan neck. To be honest, if a beautiful woman like you throws herself in her arms, I don't mind working hard. Catwoman has fair skin, long straight legs, and the whole body is full of youthful and temptation. She jumped up. You only know this trick. She took a few steps back and leaned against the bar. Tifa, see, he's a hooligan. Tifa seemed very sad and said in a soft voice. Sue, you've changed, people are not happy. Catwoman rolled her eyes. This new sister is good tea. Su Yu came over, spread her arms and hugged Tifa on the other side of the bar. Boss lady, come and hug and soothe your hurt heart. Tifa blushed and pushed Su Yu away. Take advantage of me. Su Yu sniffed her fingers. Madam, your hair is really fragrant, haha. Tifa and Catwoman are numb. Tifa's watery eyes glared at Su Yu. HMPH, I was worried about you just now, but I didn't expect you to turn your head and turn into a big pervert. Su Yu shrugged. It was just scary. Tifa quickly approached. Quick, tell me, what kind of thrilling method? Catwoman's beautiful ears also moved, obviously wanting to hear too. Su Yu smiled slightly. I'm thirsty. Tifa, hands Su Yu a glass of wine. As soon as I entered, I saw 24 strong men with baseball bats and knives, asking me what my last words were. Catwoman said strangely. And then, what did you say? What else can I ask them to give a good review? Tifa and Catwoman looked at each other and thought Su Yu was crazy. You're dying, you still want a good review. Su Yu shrugged. I'm not here, there are 20 soft-footed crabs, not one per foot. Catwoman shook her head. The subordinates of the Black Mask are not soft persimmons, your fighting is very good, but be careful of being shot. Su Yu pointed to his temple. Tell you a secret, I can't be beaten to death. The two scoffed. You brag, you didn't show your tongue. Catwoman is going to withdraw. Su Yu suddenly stepped forward and hugged her waist. I've got the keys to my little motorcycle. That's the guy the first eat. Catwoman rolled his eyes at him. My wallet, with nearly $1,000 in it, I can buy a new motorcycle. She rolled her eyes. Let's try flying darts, if you win, I'll give you the keys. Su Yu shook her head. You treat me as an idiot, the key is originally mine, let's add some color. Catwoman raised her chest and raised her head. HMPH, my wallet is still with you. Su Yu touched her chin with her hand. If I let you sleep with me, I seem to be at a disadvantage. When I win, your wallet this time is mine too. He put a black purse on the bar in front of Tifa. Boss lady, you are the referee. Catwoman looked at the purse, stunned. She touched it up and down, and screamed. That's my new wallet. She was messed up in an instant. Gotham City's #1 thief shameless. When did you get it? Sue Yu shrugged. Just when you touched my abs, I took out your wallet. Catwoman seems to be stabbed in the tendon. There is a knife on the head of the color, I understand it. Humph, let's play flying darts and teach you to be a human being. Tifa's little fist raised. Sue, come on, you can do it. The three came to the flying darts disc. Everyone else in the bar also looked over. Two beauties and a handsome guy were always the focus. Catwoman moved her arms and stretched her waist. The leather coat outlines an excellent figure. There are sounds of drooling all around. What a nice view. This figure, this appearance, I don't know which scumbag will be cheap. Selena took 3 flying darts, just glanced at the flying darts, and threw it gracefully. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3 flying darts hit the bullseye accurately. Okay, he is indeed a top thief, his eyesight and accuracy are very high. Sue Yu applauds Catwoman. Catwoman gave Sue Yu a proud look. Don't hold it, wait for you to lose. The people around are also booing. Boy, you can't do it, can you? It's probably cowardly. Sue Yu is holding flying darts, he has learned the art of gunfighting, his accuracy and eyesight have been greatly improved, this is not a problem. He laughed. It's not that difficult, why don't I throw it back? After speaking, he turned around and threw it back. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3 flying darts finished glyphs ready to hit the bullseye. Catwoman opened her mouth slightly and looked at Sue Yu. Can't see, you still have 2 brushes. The people around took a deep breath. This handsome guy can do it. I'll go, it turns out to be a master, pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger to pick up girls. Handsome guy, the action is so handsome. Sue Yu is going to get the loot. Catwoman was not convinced and stopped him. Where is this? Let's continue. Let's throw darts with our backs facing away this time. Sue Yu shook her head. You have to give me a thumbs up, and if I win, give me a kiss. Catwoman rolled his eyes at him. If you lose, let me kick. Make a deal. The two took a few steps back, farther from the flying darts disc, then turned away. Tifa said softly, okay, you can start. Catwoman shot quickly. Her first 2 darts hit the bullseye, the third dart hit the rope hanging on the dart board. The dart board fell to the ground. The crowd cheered loudly. Amazing. The boy is lost. This girl is so beautiful and smart. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The flying darts in Sue Yu's hand also flew out. Ding. The flying darts accurately hit the bullseye of the falling dartboard, with great force, directly nailing the dartboard to the wall. It is good. So handsome. Magic. Catwoman's eyes widened. I didn't expect Sue Yu to be so powerful. Hey, you are amazing. She turned to leave the bar. Sue Yu stopped her with a stride and said with a smile. Beauty, you seem to have forgotten something. Catwoman turned to him. What? I'm sleepy, I have to go back to sleep. The crowd in the bar started to boo. Beauty, you lose, you must kiss him. Don't think about defaulting, we are all witnesses. Selena was on fire, picked up Sue Yu's face, and nibbled it. Woo, woo, woo. Sue Yu looked caught off guard. Catwoman shoved Sue Yu away again and turned to leave. Sue Yu murmured, a little sweet, it feels good. The pretentious Catwoman almost fell to the ground with her left foot mixed with her right. She quickened her pace and left. Take away brother, wait for me. Sue Yu will be too late to care about her for a while, other girls in the bar will compare him with flying darts. What are you talking about when you lose and do whatever you want? Sue Yu finally got rid of these vulgar powders and came to the bar. Ma'am, it's too difficult for me. Tifa is delicious. HMPH, Sue, you're already dirty. I'm a clean freak. Sue Yu, it's a coincidence, I'm also obsessed with cleanliness, why don't we make a couple? Tifa snorted and handed over Catwoman's wallet and car keys. What a hero to bully a girl, come to me if you have the ability. Sue Yu grabbed Tifa's pale hand. That's what you said, make an appointment tonight. Tifa knocked off Sue Yu's hand. You salted fish takeaway brother, you only delivered a few orders a day. If you don't work hard, Baifume will marry someone else. Sue Yu took out her phone. Looks like I have to take an order. At this time, there happened to be a list of a reward of 100 United States dollars. Su Yu quickly grabbed it. Madam, I'm going to work hard first. Su Yu went to the store to get takeout, looked at the information on the list, and smiled wryly. Is this taking out food, or is it cha gang? Messages from customers who order food. Help me see if my husband is at home or not, and if he has brought a woman home. Su Yu typed to contact the customer named Julie. Dear, I'm just a food delivery guy, I don't work part-time to catch. Julie, brother, help me, I work hard to earn money to support my family and travel, but my husband Pete is always dishonest. Su Yu, if you are looking for a private detective, I am a delivery boy. Julie, I'm out of town now, please, I'll give you $500 for running errands. Add money. That's fine. Su Yu sent a wave of ellipses. It must be 5-star praise, let me help you see. It's just that Julie gave too much, $500 at a time, enough for Su Yu's salted fish to deliver takeout for several days. The two discussed it. Su Yu rode a small motorcycle and quickly came to a 2-story single-family house. Ding ding. Su Yu rang the doorbell. 5 minutes later, a handsome-looking blonde man opened the door and said impatiently, "Who is it?" Looking at his unhappy appearance, it seems that he was disturbed for a good thing. Su Yu frowned and said, "So bad attitude." Yes. He pointed to the takeaway in his hand. "Sir, your love supper has arrived." He observes Pete. Peach blossom eyes, I especially like to recruit peach blossoms. It's strange that this kind of man doesn't cheat. Pete looked unhappy. You're mistaken, I didn't order takeout. Su Yu continued to serve with a smile. Your wife Julie ordered takeaway for you. Julie, she's back. Pete's face changed. Su Yu clearly noticed that there was something wrong with Pete. Su Yu opens a video connection with Julie. Ma'am, it's your home. Julie's eyes lit up when she saw Su Yu's appearance. Little brother, I didn't expect you to be so handsome. God, the threshold for food delivery is so high these days. Pete's expression is distorted. Su Yu kindly reminded. That Julie, aren't you on business? Only then did Julie wake up. She was catching how could she fall into the beauty of the little brother and couldn't extricate herself. Julie calmed down. Pete, I asked the delivery boy to come and help me see if you were being dishonest when I wasn't at home. Pete, seemingly greatly insulted, exclaimed. Julie, you're going too far, you don't believe me so much. The sound is so loud that it can be heard upstairs and downstairs. Su Yu looked at Pete with a half smile. From the chat just now, Su Yu knew that this house belongs to Julie, and Julie also needs to pay for the usual household. Julie is also very sturdy. Pete, you haven't had a lot of romantic affairs before. I suspect it's normal. I won't let the takeaway brother see it today. I can't sleep at night. The voices of the two were loud, and the neighbors walking around looked this way. Pete frowned. Forget it, just watch it if you want. He stared at Su Yu. Boy, don't go away. Apparently he intends to use violence to teach Su Yu a lesson. Su Yu said very calmly. Why, you eat Julie's, use Julie's, you must make her feel at ease, that's the reason, right? Pete's face is twisted. This little guy is much more handsome than himself. If he really wants to eat soft rice, he is definitely better than him. Su Yu is self-reliant and makes a living by delivering food, which makes Pete even more disliked by him. I'm Theon's younger brother, do you know who's offended? That's Black Mosk's younger brother. Su Yu looked strange. Theon's little brother. Pete smiled proudly. Be afraid, offend me, you don't want to hang out in Gotham in the future. Su Yu was noncommittal. Get out of the way, I'm going in. Chapter 11. Pete was about to block, but was hit by Su Yu, and almost passed out. Su Yu walked in and heard the slight sound of closing the closet from upstairs, and understood in her heart. He pretended to walk around the living room. Julie, it looks like there's no one here, let's go to the bedroom upstairs. Pete was furious and blocked in the stairwell. Boy, you are going too far. Su Yu looked at him. The customer's request, we must try our best to meet it. This is Julie's house, so you can't control it, right? You won't be guilty, will you? Julie is also helping. Pete, what if you're okay, let him see. Pete stepped aside, his expression contorted. Boy, I'll make you look good later. Su Yu went straight to the master bedroom, Pete quickly followed. I'm home alone, I don't know what you're looking for. Julie looked around along the phone camera, and found nothing unusual, a little embarrassed. Sorry, Pete. Pete was very proud, and on the surface, he was still angry. Julie, we've been together for half a year, yet you don't believe me. I'm so angry. Su Yu waved his hand. Slow down first, the one hiding in the closet has a hard time. Pete's face changed dramatically. Julie also saw that something was wrong. Okay, Pete, little brother, help me take a look. Su Yu strode to the wardrobe, opened it, and a woman with messy clothes and a flushed face was hiding inside. Lucy, Julie screams, when did you guys catch up? You were really my best friend. Before Lucy spoke, Pete quickly explained to his long-term meal ticket. Julie, it was Lucy who seduced me. Lucy was embarrassed at first. When she heard Pete's words, she was furious. How dare you say it? Pete obviously cares more about Julie's long-term meal ticket. She's been seducing me, I just drank some wine and couldn't hold back. Lucy got angry, rushed out, and scratched Pete's face with her nails. Pete slaps her to the ground. The two just paid back you and me, and now they're starting to hurt each other. After a few minutes, Su Yu kicked Pete away. Okay, how did you get it? Pete was furious. It's you, I won't let you out of the house today. He stood up and punched Su Yu. Julie shouts in the video. Brother, be careful, his fighting technique is very good. Boom, Su Yu slapped Pete with a backhand, slapped Pete out, and asked the video. What, Julie, what did you just say? Julie, nothing, you continue. Pete was dizzy. Lucy ran away in shame. Jolie shouted to Pete. Pete, give you 5 minutes, pack up and leave. Pete, whose left cheek was swollen, still wanted to cheat. Julie, we have been in a relationship for so long, forgive me once. Hey, you still have to say it. Seeing Julie's firm attitude, Pete added. Julie, I've been with you for half a year, you must give me some youth loss fee. Su Yu has seen Shameless, never seen such shameless. Julie is also about to explode. You are shameless, eat my food, use mine, green me, and ask me for a breakup fee. Su Yu looked at Pete. Being a duck is much better than you, others at least have professional ethics. Pete was furious, but knew he couldn't beat Su Yu. You wait for me, I'll call Theon now. Julie was a little scared. Little brother, you'd better go first, the Black Mosque subordinates are very cruel, it will be bad to retaliate against you in the future. Pete was proud and quickly dialed the video. Boss Theon, how are you doing? Theon was lying in the hospital and was depressed. He couldn't deal with Su Yu. Instead, he pulled out a stronghold, and more than 20 subordinates were arrested. Naturally, he didn't care about a little brother like Pete. What are you doing, Pete? You made me sleepy. Peter looked at Theon, who had a bandage on his face in the video, a little confused. Boss, what's wrong with you? Who dealt with you? Is it Batman or the Penguin who is fighting for territory? Theon's face can't hang on his face, he was beaten by a little-known delivery boy. What did he say? Stop talking nonsense, what are you looking for from me? Pete said quickly. Boss, there is a takeaway delivery man who offends me and reports your name, and he doesn't take it seriously. Delivery. Theon had a bit of an ominous premonition, he shook his head and sprained the wound again. Depend on. I want to see, who doesn't give me face. Pete pointed the camera at Su Yu. Boss, it's him. You again. Theon almost jumped off the bed. Su Yu waved his hand. Theon, it seems that we are very destined. Are you seriously injured? I'm sorry, I was a little stronger before. Pete almost jumped up too. It turned out that the one who injured his boss was the delivery boy in front of him. The younger brother who has a black mask can still live so fresh, he must have 2 brushes. Theon didn't talk nonsense, just turned off the video. Pete's eyes changed when he looked at Su Yu, but he was still stubborn. HMPH, don't think I'm afraid of you. Su Yu smiled. So, are you going to pack your bags? Pete felt chills looking at Su Yu's smile. He started to pack his things numbly, thinking to himself. Yeah, I must kill you next time I shoot a black gun. I won't let this woman Julie go. Su Yu caught a glimpse of the ruthless look in Pete's eyes, and knew that this guy didn't have a good idea. Pete started to tidy up his things randomly. A bag of white noodles accidentally fell out and was caught by the camera. Pete was startled and wanted to pick it up quickly. I am. Su-yu kicked him away with one kick. It seems that you don't have to pack your luggage today, you can go to the prison to stay. Su-yu called Ada Wong. That beautiful Ada, there's a crime going on here, come right now, 78 Lewis Street. King Ada scolded. The subordinates of the Black Mask, I haven't finished the trial, are you looking for trouble for me again? 3 cases a day, she is also very tired. This is also the subordinate of Theon, who hides the white face, and he is still a scumbag. Su-yu roughly talked about the matter. King Ada suddenly came to the spirit. Scumbag. Very good. I'll be there soon. Pete glared at Su-yu. You are pushing me to death. You can die. Pete took out a pistol from under the bed and shot Su-yu. Bang, 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 Julie in the video has exclaimed. Su-yu quickly took out the Desert Eagle and fired 3 shots. Bang, 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 3 crisp metal bangs. 3 bullets fired by Pete were hit by 3 bullets from Su-yu. The bullets collided and turned into hot iron lumps that landed on the carpet, burning 3 holes in the carpet. Su-yu nodded secretly. The gunfighting technique is really awesome, and it can quickly predict the route of the opponent's bullets. Pete is stuck. What kind of marksmanship is this? Just now, I actually wanted to shoot this kind of person's black gun. The Desert Eagle is powerful, but also has great recoil. Empty guns all weigh 2 kilograms, while ordinary guns only weigh 1 kilogram. Some professionals have pointed out that the user of the Desert Eagle must weigh more than 80 kilograms, otherwise it will be difficult to resist recoil and ensure accuracy. The average person holding a gun with both hands may not be able to hold it down. Su-yu shot with one hand and didn't move at all. Pete hurriedly dropped the pistol, with a flattering smile on his face. Brother, I'm sorry, I was hasty. Su-yu wiped the Desert Eagle. It's really a good gun. I heard that the power of this bullet can directly blow a person out. Do you want to try it? Pete knelt down with a plop, and quickly confessed. He is in a hurry. Why hasn't the detective arrived yet? Julie in the video scolded. How do I know such a cowardly man? Little brother, hello man, what do people like to do? Su-yu laughed. Don't forget to give me a 5-star review there. Julie gave Su-yu a few winks. Little brother, you can make too many demands. I promise you all. Su-yu shook her head inwardly. This Julie video looks okay, but this is also the role of the beauty filter, the real person doesn't know how. And that open attitude, he didn't like it. Oh, I have a girlfriend. Julie seems very sad, as if she has missed hundreds of millions. Before long, King Ada came with the detective. Pete breathed a sigh of relief, raised his hands, and said excitedly. Detective, I'm guilty, I'm hiding drugs. Take me back to the police station. Su-yu put so much pressure on him that he could collapse at any moment. King Ada oh. Except for the person who committed the crime, King Ada has never encountered such a cooperative criminal. She had Pete and the evidence taken away, and walked to Su-yu's side. What the hell did you do to him? Su-yu shrugged. I'm just doing my duty as a good citizen. King Ada rolled his eyes at him. This guy is Theon's subordinate, and he is so afraid of it. It's hard to imagine what he has experienced before. She was a little disillusioned. Such a cowardly criminal, he has no sense of accomplishment when he is caught. Su-yu ignored her and spoke to Julie in the video. Okay Julie, you must see each other clearly in the future, don't blindly do face control. Julie stared at Su-yu sharply. Su, why don't you be my boyfriend, my house and money will be used by you. Su-yu rolled her eyes, and what she said just now was obviously not heard by Julie. Julie, I have a girlfriend. Su-yu suddenly put her hand on King Ada's thin shoulder and pulled her over. This is my girlfriend, she is very good at fighting, super fierce. Well, I mean the character is very fierce, don't aim at it. There was a girl who wanted to pick me up before, and she beat me so fast that I couldn't take care of myself anymore. King Ada is quite famous in Gotham City. Julie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'll hang up first. Su-yu smiled. Miss Wong, it seems that your fierce name is out, it seems to scare my customers. King Ada opened Su-yu's hand. When did I become your girlfriend? Are you so lucky? Su-yu smiled. Have you forgotten? If you lose a fight to me at noon, you will automatically become my girlfriend. King Ada's expression was ugly. HMPH, that's because I'm not in good shape, I'll try again next time. Su Yu nodded in understanding. The relatives are here, it really affects the performance, I will wait for you to compare. The people around are numb. King Ada's relatives are here, he knows. What kind of relationship is this? Think about it carefully. King Ada blushed and kicked Su Yu, but it was a pity. Su Yu laughed. Zhonghu rescue, you also know that you are very good, using you as a shield, that Julie will not dare to harass me in an instant. King Ada rolled his eyes at him. Should I still praise you for your good eyes? Casual. Su Yu waved his hand and listened to the sound of the system. Ding, the host has received a 5-star praise, the completion rate of this order is 98%, and the golden reward, 100 poisons do not invade the constitution. Hundreds of poisons do not invade. This is possible. This life-saving technique, Su Yu naturally hopes that the more the better. King Ada found Su Yu in a daze. Waved in front of him. What are you dazed for? Su Yu looked up and down at King Ada. To be honest, your tight red dress perfectly outlines your figure, which is very good. King Ada felt a little proud in his heart. Su Yu said again. But I always feel that if you are with me, you will still make money. Go to hell. King Ada kicked. Su Yu made a sudden move and grabbed King Ada's ankle. Cha-cha, this leg can be used for years. King Ada quickly withdrew his foot. Abnormal. Su Yu rode to the police station to record a statement, and it was done in the middle of the night. King Ada said earnestly, 3 cases a day, you can bear it, and I can't bear it either. Tomorrow, you can honestly deliver takeaways, don't make trouble. Su Yu spread out his hands. Please, I was just delivering takeout. King Ada, tomorrow the bounty will come down and I will inform you. Stop delivering food, go home and sleep. King Ada, kindly, persuaded. Su Yu rode back to the house with the cool night wind on his beloved scooter. And she looked at him with bright eyes. Su Yu, are you still working so late? Everyone is from the Yan Kingdom. I can't bear you to work so hard, or just follow me. Su Yu dodged Aunt Shi's hug. Auntie, I don't want to eat soft rice now, let alone your soft rice. Aunt Shi sighed deeply. Hey, it's not like everything goes well with the least wife. She's collecting rent every day, so I can't have a romantic encounter. Su Yu looked at her sturdy figure of more than 200 pounds and shook her head. That's something people can afford, it's really unbearable for a woman. And she sneered, you don't know when you're young, well, you'll regret it when you're old. Seeing that Aunt Shi continued to wink at him, Su Yu ran away. He closed the door. This place can't last, and I have to be scanned by my aunt countless times every day. I got the bounty tomorrow, I'll find a place to move it. I have gained a lot today, and the improved T-cell virus, gunfighting, and invincible physique are all very good rewards. The modified T-cell virus is still slowly improving his potential. With these rewards, Su Yu has more confidence to live happily in this dangerous world. He took a shower and fell asleep. And the legend about him spread on the internet. Prestige is also on the rise. Did you know that there's a delivery boy in Gotham City? What's so strange about the takeaway brother? The key is that this delivery boy is very punished. 3 delivery orders sent 3 groups of people in. Robbers, gangsters, and scumbags and drug dealers are all extremely dangerous. Julie posted the video she recorded on the internet, and the click rate was amazing. I'm going, this little guy is really handsome. Nice figure. I'll order his, takeaway tomorrow. So handsome can obviously rely on his looks to eat, why can't he think about it, it depends on his strength. Catwoman is also on the Gotham forum, and seeing so many people like Su Yu, it's sour. These nymphomaniacs are so handsome that they can eat. She started black mode, posting with her, little wildcat, ID. This delivery guy is a scumbag. I saw him bully a weak girl with my own eyes. He also stole a woman's purse, twice. Miss Wong, liked it below. I can also testify that he recognizes his girlfriend everywhere because he is a little handsome. And domestic violence against women. The two quickly became good friends and started the road to Black Su Yu. However, this year's netizens are still very positive. I don't believe it, little brother is so handsome, how could he be a bad guy? My little brother saved the girl who was robbed. If it weren't for him, I can't imagine what the girl would have done. There is no good thing for the men of the black mask. It's a great thing for my brother to send them to the police station. There is also a little brother who exposed the scumbag and sent him in. He is a big good man. That little wildcat and Miss Wong should be able to get the little brother and deliberately smear him. Yes, I have seen such a woman a lot. Catwoman and Ada Wong are numb. What netizens. Isn't it just that the three views follow the five senses? There was a lot of noise on the internet, and Suyu slept soundly. It wasn't until the next morning that he woke up. After washing up, he rode his beloved little motorcycle to the Seventh Heaven bar. Tifa saw Suyu's eyes lit up. Su, come here, there is a lot of discussion about you on the internet. Discuss. Suyu took Tifa's phone and looked at it. It's just a takeaway, what's the fuss about? Tifa laughed in a soft voice. Hee hee, I think they are greedy for your body. Suyu looked up to the sky and sighed. It's a sin, you can't live by strength if you look handsome. Tifa, Su, you are so stinky. The two started chatting daily again, and the guests in the bar envied the pair. Online, a 3-net red named Archis eyed Suyu. What the hell, I've been in Gotham City for so long, and I haven't been so popular in the Yan Kingdom. It's just a takeaway, I don't know, I thought he was a big star. He also has more than 100,000 fans in his hands, which is accumulated through years of hard work. I'm particularly upset with people like Suyu who stand out for their looks. He smiled at the camera. Family, everyone must be very interested in the delivery boy who appeared last night. Some of his bros began to boo. Archis, we just want to see you, what is there to see in a Yan Kingdom? A real man needs to be as strong as you. Archis put his hands together, thank you for your love. Today I'm going to crack down on fakes. I suspect that this takeaway guy is a hot search, and an entertainment company has found a new way to make him popular. Don't let good netizens be deceived. Many fans were tempted to see how Archis cracked down on fakes. Suyu at the moment has been riding a small motorcycle, shuttling down the street, crossing the densely packed cars, and going to deliver food. On a convertible supercar, an old-fashioned girl suddenly stared at Suyu. Wow, Bruce, look, that delivery guy is so handsome. The handsome man driving was a little dissatisfied. Rachel, how is that possible? He turned around and saw Suyu coming over on a motorcycle. Hey, he looks good. Suyu also saw the man on the supercar. Bruce Wayne actually met Batman on the road. Suyu stopped next to the supercar. Rachel screamed, wow, little brother, you are so handsome. I remembered, you are the Yellow Knight who helped arrest 3 groups of criminals yesterday. Suyu nodded and smiled. It's just a coincidence, let me guess, you should be the righteous prosecutor, Rachel. This woman Suyu knew was the Green Batman, and then Rachel Dawes, who was with the two-faced man. Bruce's childhood sweetheart, now it seems, the old a bit like him aunt. Rachel covered her mouth in surprise. Sue, how do you know me? Could it be that you, hee. Suyu shook her head. I never thought about competing with Gotham City's 5th richest diamond king, Bruce Wayne. Bruce laughed. Sue, you're the most handsome delivery boy I've ever seen. Black Mosque's subordinates did a great job. Theon also played well. Suyu shook hands with Bruce and handed him a business card. Wayne, if you have any takeout or courier service, remember to find me. Wayne laughed. Afu is usually in charge of these things. I will give him your business card. Suyu nodded. If you're squatting on the roof, forget your rope, or want a drink, you can give me an order. Squatting on the roof. Rachel was a little confused. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Bruce gave Suyu a meaningful look. I didn't expect you to be joking, Sue. Suyu was noncommittal. Okay, I'll go first, I still have a takeaway to deliver. He directly accelerated away from the traffic jam. Suyu hummed a song, a little proud. What about a multi-million-dollar supercar? What about the banknote ability? When there is a traffic jam, you have to stop, and it is still not as convenient as your own small motorcycle. Bruce muttered. It seems that motorcycles are more convenient. Rachel reached out. Bruce, you are dishonest. Are you climbing the balcony of the girl's house at night? Bruce. Suyu rode 2 streets and was almost at his destination. 26 Ram Street, 8th floor, takeaway is here. There was an accident ahead. Su Yu's takeaway address is on fire with smoke. There were many onlookers standing downstairs. From time to time, someone ran out of the apartment building in dismay. Fire trucks have arrived and are rushing to save people. At this time, boom, a few loud bangs. There was an explosion on the 4th floor, and shards of glass and gravel were scattered like flowers scattered by a goddess. The onlookers below are doing birds and beasts. The firefighters downstairs shouted anxiously on the walkie-talkie. "Jack, are you okay? Receive, please answer." The other end of the walkie-talkie did not speak. After 2 minutes, 4 tattered firefighters helped the wounded down. There was an explosion on the 6th floor, and the stairs to the 7th floor collapsed. "We can't go up." Many people ran down, and there may not be people on the 7th floor. The firemen looked up. The fire is getting bigger and bigger. A person on the 7th floor suddenly smashed the window. "Help! Help!" A chubby woman in her 30s, holding a baby, screamed for help. "It's Erin. She didn't run down. God, her child is only 1 year old. The fire is very big. If you don't rescue immediately, they may be burned to death soon. God, come and save them." Firefighters at the moment are also helpless. The ladder of the fire truck can only reach the 6th floor. Su Yu didn't think much, and rushed towards the corridor with the takeaway. A firefighter stopped him. "Sir, it's dangerous up there. There could be an explosion at any time. You're a resident. Don't go up now." Su Yu shook her head. "I'm not a resident. Someone on the 7th floor ordered takeout. I have to deliver it to her. It seems that she is the lady who called for help." The fireman thought Su Yu was a lunatic. "Sir, haven't you figured out the situation yet? This is the scene of a fire, it's very dangerous." Su Yu knew that the fireman wouldn't let himself go up, pointed his hand. "Look, someone fell." The fireman turned his head and saw that there was nothing there. Then he turned his head, and there was no trace of the delivery boy in front of him. "Where did my little brother go?" A few onlookers, who had been staring at Su Yu just now. He ran into the building with takeaway in his hand. "You won't be so dedicated. Little brother fighting for life." Su Yu didn't know what the outsiders thought. He rushed into the fire to save people, and he couldn't watch the child burn. His current strength, this ignition has no pressure on him. It's the takeaway that the household ordered, and she saved her, maybe give me a superb reward. Thick smoke billowed from the corridor. Su Yu tore off his t-shirt and wetted his face with mineral water. He climbed 5 steps at a time, and quickly reached the 6th floor. The situation here is complicated. Not only is there fire and smoke everywhere. The explosion also made a mess here, with cement blocks everywhere. The stairs from the 6th floor to the 7th floor have been broken, and ordinary people can't climb up at all. Su Yu jumped lightly, grabbed the railing of the stairs on the 7th floor, and easily reached the 7th floor. The environment here is even worse. The fire is bigger than downstairs. Su Yu shouted, "Which room is still there? Who ordered takeaway?" The woman in room 707 heard the voice outside and said loudly, "There are still people here, help. Me and the baby are in there. It's my takeaway, but now doesn't seem to be the time to say that, help. I knew I would take my daughter out for dinner." "Su Yu, is this woman reflecting? You go away." The woman inside shouted. The door has been blocked by falling cement, and the fire is very big. Su Yu judged the position, used all his strength, and punched the door directly. Bang! The door panel shattered directly, and the cement stuck behind the door was blown away. He rushed in, a fat woman, holding the child and looking at Su Yu dully. Su Yu grinned and walked over. "Ma'am, your takeaway has been waiting for a long time." Because the door was opened and the air circulated, the fire suddenly became very strong, and the door had been swallowed by the flames, and it was impossible to get out at all. The woman screamed in despair, and the 1-year-old baby was also very uncomfortable, howling. "Su Yu," he patted the woman on the shoulder. "Ma'am, what's your name?" "Irina." "Okay, Irina, I'm going to take you out now. That's the only way to do it, do you understand?" Irina looked at the raging flames and nodded. "Understand." "Sir, can you save my baby? I'm too fat, it will drag you down." Su Yu shook her head. "I won't let my child lose its mother, do you have confidence in me?" Irina's face covered with black and gray, climbed a blush. You are handsome, I have confidence in you. Su Yu smiled. Now is not the time to look at handsome guys, you hold the baby tight, I will hold you. Su Yu wrapped Irina with his left hand and jumped lightly to the window. The people below exclaimed, "It's that takeaway boy. Oh my god, he really went up to deliver food. With this level of dedication, why can't he succeed? You are blind, he clearly went to save people. That's the 7th floor, it's definitely gone if you fall. Look, little brother is moving." Su Yu observed the situation, jumped lightly, and jumped to the water pipe a meter or two away. Irina's weight has little effect on his mobility. His other hand climbed on the water pipe, using the strength of his waist and abdomen to climb up. The firefighters below were stunned. Isn't it? He hugged a 150-pound person and was able to climb the water pipe with one hand. Has this little brother practiced? Usually climb other people's balconies. Why did he climb up? Climb to the roof, the fire is still very fierce. Su Yu had his own considerations, and he quickly brought Irina to the roof. Irina sighed. She was really worried just now. Su Yu was unstable and all three fell. Brother, what should I do now? Su Yu pointed to the 7th floor opposite. We'll be saved by jumping over it. Irina opened her mouth slightly. Little brother, the two buildings are 11 meters apart, and the world record for the run-up long jump is only 8.95 meters. I can't jump that far at all. Su Yu shook her head. I dance, not you. Irina suddenly knelt down. Little brother, take my child away and jump with me, you won't be able to jump over it. Su Yu helped her up. Don't worry, I don't do anything I'm not sure about. Please continue to believe me this time. Irina was also confused and had to listen to Su Yu. Su Yu hugged Irina, without hesitation at all, and ran over there quickly. Whoosh! Su Yu jumped more than 10 meters and landed firmly on the roof opposite. Okay, ma'am, you can open your eyes, we're safe. Irina opened her eyes and found herself in the building next door, crying with joy. Woo, we're safe. Brother, thank you. Irina hugged Su Yu tightly, thank you. Su Yu, okay, let me go, I'm almost out of breath. Everyone downstairs was stunned when they saw the two leaping to another building. So high, we still dance together, this. The fire chief muttered. It's a pity I don't want to be a firefighter. We need people like this. Su Yu is still comforting the crying Irina. Okay, you are safe. As for property damage, it depends on how much the insurance company pays. There is still $1,000 here. You can take it first, don't suffer the child. Su Yu noticed before that Irina's conditions were not very good, and listening to her tone, she seemed to be a single mother. Irina shook her head. No, Su, you saved our lives, I can't ask for your money, and it's not easy for you to deliver food. Su Yu teases the baby with her fingers. I have 3 bounty essentials, don't worry, hurry up and let the doctor see if the child is okay. Irina nodded quickly when she heard the child. Okay. Right Irina, what Su, do you want me to promise you, I'm very happy. Su Yu, I just want a good review, I won't say such an excessive request. Irina wiped the black ashes from her face. Actually, it's not too much to ask for. Su Yu said whatever, let Irina go downstairs. Why don't you accept her kindness? A low male voice came from the side. Su Yu noticed him long ago. Hee, Batman, I think you're more suited to that tonnage. Bruce Wayne came out wearing bat armor. You found me. Your cloak is so cool that it flew out long ago. Bruce. He closed the cape. It seems that this cloak needs to be improved. I'm glad that Gotham City has more of you, a man of justice. Su Yu waved his hand. Don't be happy, I'm just a delivery boy, customer satisfaction is my source of strength. Batman. He wanted to have a chat with Su Yu when a TV station helicopter flew over and aimed at the two. He shook hands with Su Yu and turned to leave. Su, we'll talk next time when we have a chance. Whoosh. Su Yu threw a business card over. Batman, when you're fighting criminals, if you're thirsty or hungry, you can ask me to order takeout. Seventh Heaven's food is delicious, and I'll deliver it exclusively. Batman almost fell. At this time, Su Yu did not forget to expand the business. Okay, thanks. As soon as Batman's grappling hook was fired, he slid straight to the ground. Su Yu looked at Batman's back, with another bat flying darts in his hand. The edges of bat flying darts are sharp, and the material is extremely hard. Batman often uses flying darts to deter the enemy. There will be a knife for cutting fruit in the future. He went downstairs and out of the corner. There were too many people outside, and he didn't want to be watched. Irina is vividly describing the details of her rescue to everyone. Really, the 8-pack was so obvious, I had my hands there. Little brother is super handsome, the kind with no dead ends. Suyu. He quietly came to the place where he parked his scooter. Hey, my little motorcycle. He touched his pocket, my car keys. Batman. He stole my scooter. Suyu looked at the bat flying darts in his hand. I should have no loss, this thing should be worth a lot of money. He called King Ada. Hey, that Ada, I want to report. King Ada didn't sleep well. What's wrong with you? I haven't been so tired since I was a detective, forgive me. Suyu is speechless. Please, I'm the victim now, the little motorcycle was stolen. King Ada is refreshed. Haha, tell me quickly, what's going on, make me happy. Suyu. Just now, Batman stole my scooter. Batman. Steal your scooter. King Ada is messed up. Batman is so depraved now. Started stealing motorcycles. Suyu roughly talked about the matter. King Ada was taken aback. Wait a minute, my colleagues were screaming just now. The delivery guy saved the woman from the fire. Is that person you? It must be me. Do you think I am very positive and want to get close to me? But you need to find my lost car first. Pooh. King Ada pouted. Batman has done so many things and has never been caught. Where can I find your lost car? Wait at the police station. The bounties for the 3 cases are almost ready to collect. Suyu smiled, and finally the money came, and the pain of the stolen motorcycle was reduced a lot. Wait for a takeaway, save me a trip for nothing. King Ada was defeated. This is 40,000 United States dollars. You're running for nothing. Although mosquito legs are small, they are also meat, so it's not like you don't want to eat. Suyu thinks one more good review is one. Ding, the host has received high praise from customers, the completion rate is 95%, and the reward, fire immunity. Fire immunity, Dragon Mother's skills. Suyu still remembers the scene when Long Ma, who was at the peak of her beauty, came out of the fire barefoot. This is possible. Having this already, I don't have to be afraid of fire anymore. He has been transformed by the energy of the riot, but he is still a carbon-based creature. Now he is not afraid of fire and is much safer. Suyu took the bus back to 7th Heaven. When Tifa saw Suyu coming in, she ran over and gave him a big hug. Su, you are great. Suyu felt the elasticity of the clothes and said with a smile. Boss, why are you so happy? Tifa smiled and said. Pretend, keep pretending, the firefighting hero is so low-key. The short video of your saving lives is on fire again. That fat woman said that you not only rescued her, but also gave her money to stay in a hotel first. Handsome and kind, you are already the new male god of Gotham City. Suyu shrugged. Unfortunately, I was saving people, but Batman stole my little motorcycle. Tifa was stunned. Immediately angry. What? Batman doing such a thing? Too much. No, I want to help you get the motorcycle back. Suyu kindly reminded. Madam, do you know who Batman is? Where is he? Tifa shook her head. Do not know. She waved a small fist. But I will definitely find a place for you. Suyu hugged Tifa. Hey, it feels good to have the protection of the boss. The proprietress helps me pay attention. Where is the house for rent? Tifa's beautiful eyes rolled. I have one here, on the 3rd floor, next to my room. Suyu looked at Tifa. Madam, do you rest assured that I live next door to you? Tifa points Suyu with her finger. Justice Su, shouldn't do things that force me. Suyu looked Tifa up and down. Don't worry, I am not a human being when I am righteous. Tifa, I'm suddenly a little worried. Boom. A strong man with a height of nearly 2 meters came over and slapped the bar fiercely. Boy, if you dare to hit Tifa's idea, I'll smash you. Suyu turned his head and looked, a strong man with an inch head and 2 scars on his face. Not only is he tall and strong, but his right hand has also been transformed into a machine gun. It looks mighty. Everyone else in the bar didn't dare to come out when they saw Barrett. Suyu said lightly, I've made up my mind about Tifa. What? You're not convinced? Barrett's temper is very hot, and his eyes are hard, and his fist as big as a casserole hits Suyu. Boy, I'll teach you how to be a man today. Tifa took a step forward to block Barrett. Don't want. The diner's onlookers silently prayed for Suyu. Barrett's arms were much thicker than Suyu's legs. With this punch, the consequences could not be imagined. Suyu didn't retreat but advanced, suddenly shot, grabbed Barrett's left hand, and pulled it sharply, directly throwing Barrett's back. Bang! A loud bang. Barrett was slammed to the ground. The whole bar seems to be shaking. Suyu looked at it lightly. Barrett, who was dizzy from the fall. You're not going to be hollow, are you, strong on the outside and hard at work? Barrett was furious, got up suddenly, and called Suyu again. I am. Suyu punched Barrett in the fist. Barrett's face changed dramatically. He felt that he was hit on a steel plate, and his hand hurt. Suyu kicked him in the knee. Barrett falls to the ground again. Tifa could see that the tall Barrett was no match for Suyu at all. It seems that sus fighting is very good. The Barrett was irritable, but not stupid. Knowing that he couldn't beat Suyu, he glared at him and left. Suyu sat down at the bar. The boss will give me this kind of hooligan in the future. Next time, take off his machine gun arm. Tifa. Barrett is the leader of the Avalanche organization in Gotham City, but he never expected to be bullied by Sue. Boss lady, don't be in a daze, make me something to eat. Suyu finished eating the food made by Tifa and was ready to rest. A large order with a reward of $500 appeared in the food delivery program, and he quickly grabbed it. Just giving a piece of barbecued pork rice, and actually rewarding $500. If something goes wrong, there must be a demon. Suyu touched Tifa's tender white hand. My boss, I'm going to make money, and borrow your little motorcycle. Tifa blushed slightly. This fool. Barrett came from nowhere. Tifa, do you really want him to live on the 3rd floor? Tifa nodded. Sue, he's a good man. He offended the Black Mask. If he stayed outside, it would be dangerous. Barrett's mouth twitched. I really don't know what's so good about this kid. I can't control what's going on in this bar, but I want to remind you that this kid looks like a scumbag, don't get caught up in it. Tifa smiled slightly. Don't worry, I have my own measure, I'm not the kind of nympho who controls the appearance. Barrett thought to himself, isn't it? Gotham City, Southside. Villas near the sea. Archis is teaching his little wife Alyssa by example. Darling, you are so beautiful, as long as you hook your fingers to him, you will naturally be caught. You pretended that he was working hard and let him drink this bottle of orange juice with psychedelics in it, and he would reveal his origins later. Alyssa looked tangled and said softly, honey, people have never done these things, they don't understand at all. In order to expose Suyu, Archis also fought to make himself famous. Wife, do me a favor, the brand name bags will be enough. Alyssa was actually pretending to be innocent. When she heard that the brand name bags were enough, she couldn't help it. Well, you have to keep an eye on it, people are afraid, if something is wrong, just bring someone downstairs. Don't worry, if he dares to touch you, I will beat him into a pig's head. Suyu came to the door of the villa. Such a big villa, order barbecued pork rice. Wouldn't it be another game? Suyu is not afraid of the game, but is afraid that the system reward is too small for an ordinary takeout. He pressed the door. Who is it? A delicate voice. Delivery, the barbecued pork rice you ordered has arrived. Then come in. The door was pushed open. Suyu walked through the door. It was a 3-story villa with luxurious decoration. A good-looking Asan girl in her early 20s was wearing tight yoga clothes and opened the door. Beauty, your takeaway has arrived. Suyu handed out service with a smile. Sister Asan looked at Suyu blankly, and was amazed by Suyu's handsomeness. The delivery boy is so handsome now. Alicia swallowed her saliva involuntarily and stared at Suyu blankly. The Archis head watching through the camera is going to be angry. The live broadcast room exploded directly. Haha, the anchor, your wife seems to be trapped in the look of the little brother. Look at the eager eyes, if it weren't for the live broadcast, I wouldn't dare to think about it. Is this a rollover? Is my brother delivering takeaways or eco-friendly colors? Life is not green, how can you be happy, haha. Arch's face is contorted. This expression was ridiculed by netizens again. Downstairs, Alyssa finally remembered her mission. She winked at Su-yu. Little brother, it's been hard work on a hot day. Su-yu shook her head. It's not hard, just serve the beauties, you have a lot of rewards. Alyssa nodded and smiled. Little brother, come in and sit and drink some cold drinks to quench your thirst. Su-yu waved his hand. No need, I have something else to do later. Alyssa groaned aggrievedly. People see you working so hard, just take a break. Su-yu almost vomited. This Asan girl started whining, so disgusting. The point is, there is still a smell on this Asan girl, which makes Su-yu unbearable. But he still walked in, wanting to see what this girl wanted to do. She felt like a monster. Brother, my husband is not at home. Alyssa snorted again. Su-yu laughed. Your husband is not at home, do you still order 2 meals? It's quite edible. Cough cough. Alyssa coughed a few times. This handsome guy is so handsome, how can he kill the sky in one fell swoop? The netizens in the live broadcast room were overjoyed. This takeaway guy doesn't play cards according to common sense. Look at the girl choking. Is he a straight man of steel? Actually, this is a way of rejecting. If the little brother has anything with the anchor's wife, it is obviously the little brother who suffers. Alyssa adjusted her emotions and said softly, Little brother, how are you, how fat are you? After she finished speaking, she still held her chest and belly up, showing off her figure. Su-yu reviews, you have a lot of fat on your stomach, so don't show your waist. Alyssa almost exploded. She already hated Su-yu in her heart. There are many more barrages in the live broadcast room. This delivery boy obviously didn't like the anchor's wife. Too low, this woman is not worthy of my takeaway brother. Alyssa continued to adjust her mood, took out a bottle of orange juice from the refrigerator and handed it to Su-yu. Little brother, drink a bottle of orange juice to quench your thirst. Su-yu glanced at the orange juice and felt that there was a problem in it. However, his physique will not be invaded by 100 poisons, even if there is medicine in it, it will be fine. Su-yu laughed. Beauty, don't look at my waist. I heard that there is a professional gang that confuses people and sells them by cutting their waists. Alyssa gave Su-yu a white look. If I stun you, I definitely won't cut your waist first. Su-yu smiled, took the orange juice, found 2 glasses, and poured 2 on the table. Why don't we drink together? Alyssa thought to herself. The dead ghost said that the medicine works very quickly, I just put it in my mouth and don't drink it. After making up your mind, Alyssa touched the cup with Su-yu. Come on, let's have a drink together, and you can do something crazy afterwards. Su-yu also raised his glass, saw that Alyssa didn't drink it, smiled lightly, and drank the orange juice in the glass directly. Alyssa instantly became complacent when she saw Su-yu drinking the orange juice. Su-yu approached Alyssa suddenly, startling her. Gollum. Alyssa drank the orange juice directly. Su-yu smiled and said, Look closer, the pore on your face is quite big. How could Alyssa manage so much? She almost picked her throat. She turned her head and thought. She only took a sip. Su-yu drank a cup. It must be Su-yu stumbled first, and then calmed down. Su-yu's body swayed, his expression horrified. Hey, I'm so dizzy. You really still attacked me. Don't come here. Alyssa was angry. Do you need to dislike the old lady so much? Seeing that Su-yu was already leaning on the sofa, she said with a proud face. What's your name? Su-yu put her hand on her forehead. Su-yu, what's there to love? Woman, beautiful woman. Alyssa is proud. It seems that Su-yu is really dizzy and starts to tell the truth. Su-yu has seen several deeply hidden cameras, Alyssa asked, and he guessed the same. Should be giving me medicine to tell me the truth. It's hot. Alyssa began to ask questions as instructed by Archis. You sent several people to the police station yesterday, did you arrange it? Su-yu shook her head. How could it be arranged? I just happened to meet. Which entertainment company are you from? Alyssa continued to question. No, I'm just a delivery boy. Alyssa is confused. Is this Su-yu really okay? She asked again, and suddenly felt a little dizzy. Who is your husband, beauty? Su-yu asked rhetorically. Husband? Which husband are you talking about? This husband is a fat and ugly man. Alyssa stumbled. Su Yu was stunned. There is something here. He continued. Then how many husbands do you have? Who is the best? Alyssa he smiled. 4 husbands, 1 in my hometown, 1 in the Big Apple, and 2 in Gotham City. Su Yu secretly praised. This medicine is really awesome. Arch's live broadcast room exploded directly. The barrage is flying all over the sky. Haha, I'm so happy. The anchor can't crack down on fakes, but instead finds that his wife has 4 husbands. This woman is actually a female Aquaman, it's amazing. I just said that the anchor's head is a little strange, it turns out to be really green. Archus was furious and was about to rush downstairs. His assistant stopped him. Don't worry, wait for him to explode. Su Yu downstairs asked curiously. This man, are you busy here? Alyssa waved her hand, seemingly dissatisfied. Archus is a waste, no way. It's still great for Parker, and I'm now transferring Arch's property with him. Su Yu thinks this female Aquaman is a fork. Not only green husband, but also transfer other people's property. He laughed. You won't be a professional cheating marriage, will you? The dazed Alyssa was a little surprised. Why are you so powerful? You all know that I did cheat the marriage, but this Archus is not a good thing, I can't do it myself, and I even packaged a few. Archus upstairs couldn't bear it any longer and roared. He rushed down in a hurry, grabbed Alyssa and shook it vigorously. What you just said is true. Alyssa smiled foolishly, with drool at the corners of her mouth. Hee, you look like my bad husband. Archus turned green. Tell me, come on, how much money did you and the man outside transfer me? Have you ever loved me? Half of it, I have children outside with him, definitely love Parker. Archus howled. He suddenly took out the knife in his pocket and stabbed Alyssa. This is something Su Yu didn't expect. Archus was going to stab him again. Su Yu kicked him away with one kick. Although this is a female Aquaman, it would be a crime if you killed her. Archus was kicked to the ground, but instead calmed down a lot, staring at the ceiling blankly. Woman, they're all liars. Alyssa was stabbed and the pain woke her up. Ah, who stabbed me? Help. Su Yu looked at everything in front of her and couldn't help sighing. Is it the loss of morality, or the distortion of human nature? He took out his phone. Hey, King Ada, I want to report the case. King Ada hasn't dealt with Su Yu's case yesterday, and his head is getting bigger. Again, can you stop picking my wool? Su Yu ignored her complaints. There is a case of fraud and a case of wounding. By the way, call an ambulance, someone is injured. Well, there should be a bigamy crime. King Ada wailed. Is there a mistake? I am the inspector for you. She quickly ordered to go down and set off to the address Su Yu said. The barrage in the live broadcast room jumped out madly. The delivery boy is really punished. Is this sending 2 people in at one time? Large rollover scene. My little brother is working too hard, and you have to solve other people's family disputes when you deliver a takeaway. More than that, I want those demon girls to harass the little brother. I'm a fan of the righteous delivery boy. I went to steal Penguin's safe last night. Catwoman, who had just woken up, saw the end of the live broadcast. No, this guy is going to destroy people's feelings again. The 2 couples had a happy life, but now they both go in, I'm afraid. In an instant, someone refuted her. After she figured out the whole story, she sighed. Am I blaming him wrong? Impossible. Archus looked at Su Yu blankly. I don't know whether to like you or hate you. Su Yu smiled. You don't have to like it, it will be ugly. Archus had a gloomy expression on his face. Why are you okay with a drink? Su Yu laughed. I'm sorry, I drink your hallucinogenic drugs as sugar water. Su Yu looked at Alyssa. How is it, okay? Alyssa also looked at Su Yu with a complicated expression. She should have hated Su Yu, but Su Yu did save her life, and if she stabbed a few more times, she would be dead now. Fortunately, if he can't die, I must sue him for deliberately hurting people. Su Yu shrugged. It's whatever you want, please give me a 5-star praise, relying on this shit to eat. Alyssa shivered and gave Su Yu a 5-star review on her phone. The voice of the system sounded in Su Yu's mind. Ding, the host has been well received, the completion rate is 95%, the blood +1, the spirit +0.5, and the reward, God-level Chinese medicine. Su Yu's mind flooded instantly. many herbal prescriptions, Wang Wenqiang, TCM acupoint massage, osteosynthesis and so on. Although it doesn't increase fighting strength, medical skills are still very useful. Alyssa suddenly screamed, "Ah, my wound is bleeding again, why hasn't the ambulance come yet?" Archis also panicked. If Alyssa died, he would be even more finished. Su Yu looked down and suddenly tapped Alyssa 3 times. Alyssa's blood stopped instantly. "Okay, as long as you don't move around, you'll be fine." Alyssa's face was pale. "Brother, thank you." Su Yu waved his hand. A female Aquaman's life is a life. Alyssa, about a quarter of an hour. King Ada in a police uniform led someone in. After a brief understanding of the situation, she asked her detectives to bring everyone back to the police station. She pulled Su Yu herself, pointed to herself. "Do you think I'm different?" Su Yu looked her up and down. "The uniform is okay, it perfectly outlines the proud figure, and the temperament is elegant and refined, not bad." King Ada was praised by Su Yu, and his mood improved a lot. Immediately, she reacted and pointed to her own eyes. "Hey, don't talk too much, look at the dark circles under my eyes." "Just dealing with your case, I already have dark circles under my eyes. My shoulders and necks are also uncomfortable." Su Yu shrugged. "Help you find the criminal, is there something wrong?" "No reason. I'll go to the police station after downloading, I still have the bounty to take." King Ada turned his head fiercely, not wanting to look at Su Yu. "Oops, I accidentally twisted my neck." King Ada almost cried aggrieved, but fortunately she has always been strong. "I've been unlucky since I met you." Su Yu smiled. "It's your luck to meet me." King Ada rolled his eyes at him and touched his neck. "It hurts." Su Yu stretched out his hand and pressed it on the snow-white swan neck of King Ada. His hand pressed a few times on the tendons of King Ada's shoulders and neck. Hiss. King Ada took a deep breath. "Very painful. Do not move." Su Yu continued to press. Slowly, the tendons in King Ada's neck loosened, and the sprain just now recovered quite quickly. "Hey, your technique is good." King Ada felt that Su Yu's hand seemed to have magic power, and as he pressed, the discomfort in the neck and shoulders has been greatly relieved. Su Yu pressed a few more times. "Your neck and shoulders are too stiff, you have been sitting in the office for a long time. King Ada is so comfortable. HMPH, it's not you, making me work so hard." Su Yu is speechless. "Don't touch porcelain, you are obviously caused by long-term fatigue, forget it, I won't press it." King Ada changed his face instantly, grabbed Su Yu's arm with both hands and shook it. "Su Yu, handsome guy, let others press it again." Su Yu shivered. "I'm going, goosebumps all over, can you stop whining? Look at your subordinates, they are all holding back their laughter." King Ada looked around and found that everyone looked at him with strange eyes, and broke out in an instant. "What are you looking at? Things are done. Don't hurry up and do things. Yuji fan is here in an instant." Su Yu nodded. "This is what it looks like." "Okay, find some time to go to your house to relax for you, your waist doesn't seem to be good either." Ada's face was a little weird. "It's not good to go to my house." Su Yu laughed. "Aren't you afraid? You are a girl with a gun, afraid I will eat you." King Ada glared at Su Yu. "Bah, I'll be afraid of you. Ride your motorcycle to the police station yourself." After King Ada finished speaking, he withdrew. Su Yu shook his head. The matter here was settled. He rode his beloved little motorcycle and rushed to the police station. On the way, Tifa called. "Su, you're on fire. There's a lot of discussion about you on the internet, saying you're a takeaway judge. Someone said you were a death god delivery man." "Su Yu, call me directly, a positive delivery person is better." Tifa laughed. "If I were you, I would do the live broadcast directly. You look so handsome and have a sense of topic. It would be a waste not to do a live broadcast." Su Yu waved his hand. "Live streaming is boring. Food delivery is my interest. Delivering food to customers to fill their stomachs and stomachs is such a pleasant thing." Tifa whimpered in a soft voice. "HMPH, but many of your customers have been sent in by you." Su Yu smiled. "It's nice to have enough food in prison and be on time." Tifao, oh. She chatted with Su Yu for a few more words before hanging up. King Ada sat in the car in front and sneered. Driving a motorcycle with one hand and talking on the phone with the other. Don't you know the danger? The two subordinates looked at each other and said secretly. The inspector is also paying too much attention to Sue, is this jealous? Gotham South Police Department. Sue Yu arrived first. King Ada snarled and complained about the traffic jams in Gotham before arriving. Come with me to the office. The two came to the office. King Ada handed 3 checks to Sue Yu. A reward of 30,000 United States dollars belongs to the men of Black Mask, and there are 2 other 5,000 United States dollars for 2 other cases. Sue Yu is speechless. That's it. King Ada rolled his eyes. What else do you think? My annual income is only 80,000 United States dollars, and the new agent outside is only more than 30,000 United States dollars a year. Sue Yu shrugged. You still have paid leave and various benefits. Ada Wong, if you are willing to come to work at the police station, I can arrange it. Your fighting skills and marksmanship are good. Sue Yu shook her head. Can you arrange the position of your boss Gordon for me? King Ada, you can die. Sue Yu said again. Give me a list of the most wanted criminals in Gotham City, I'm going to earn a wife's book. King Ada threw a bounty list over. Killer Crocodile, 250,000 United States dollars. Deadshot, $150,000. Slipknot, 100,000 United States dollars. Poison Ivy, 250,000 United States dollars. Catwoman, 300,000 United States dollars. Scarecrow, 200,000 United States dollars. Sue Yu frowned. Is there anything higher? King Ada thought for a while. Batman who stole your motorcycle, a reward of 1 million United States dollars, and Joker who just escaped from Arkham Asylum, a reward of 550,000 United States dollars. Sue Yu's eyes lit up. It seems that Batman can't escape my devil's hand. I'll make extra money by delivering food. It's delicious. King Ada looked at Sue Yu. You're crazy about money. Joker is a lunatic, don't mess with him. Batman is proficient in more than 100 fighting games, be careful to be beaten into a dog by him. After King Ada's kind-hearted persuasion, he suddenly changed from an iceberg beauty to a little girl next door. She gave Sue Yu a few winks. Press it for me, my shoulder and neck are still a little uncomfortable. Sue Yu shook her head. Please, I'm just a delivery boy, not a masseuse. King Ada was annoyed. The old lady hooks her fingers, which man doesn't obey? She continued to smile. It's a big deal, I'll order your special delivery in the future, okay? Special delivery. Sue Yu nodded, this is okay. Okay then, I'll give you 10 minutes. King Ada quickly sat down. Hurry up, don't waste it. The scream of King Ada instantly resounded in the office. Oops, take it easy. Here, very comfortable here. Press harder here. Colleagues outside the office looked at each other. What happened in the office? The two of you are so disregarding the situation. It's too rushed. Thinking is terrifying. Gordon, the boss of the Southern District Police Station, happened to be here. What happened? A burly white agent faltered. Inspector Ada is talking to the takeaway brother Sue. Gordon groaned. This is the sound of a serious business. He looked around. What are you doing? You have nothing to do. After he drove the detective away, he still knocked on the door. Ada, I'd better go home if you have anything. This is the police station. King Ada is stunned. What does Gordon mean? She was pressed too comfortably, and in a daze, she staggered to open the door. Gordon, I just asked him to press my shoulders and neck. Gordon looked at King Ada, who was flushed, and seemed to smile deeply. I also told you to go home and press again. After all, this is a police station, and you are at work. After that, Gordon turned around and left. King Ada was angry. This guy clearly doesn't believe in himself. She wants to catch up and make it clear. PFF'd. It was too comfortable to be pressed just now. She was in a daze, and she fell over with her left foot and right foot. Now everyone is frying. No, your legs are weak. Your face is flushed, your body is out of balance, and you will be afraid if you think carefully. Ada Wong is crazy, and the eyes of her colleagues make her feel that life should be better on another planet. She stood up abruptly and shouted. I'm just massaging. What are you thinking? Sue Yu also stood up. She's really massaging, don't think about it. He smiled at King Ada. That, dear, I'll leave first. Honey, the surrounding colleagues nodded secretly. Sure enough, Ada Wong was stunned. This Su Yu did it on purpose, just wanted to die in the police station. Su Yu, wait for me, make it clear. Su Yu has withdrawn quickly. When King Ada rushed out of the building, there was no shadow of Su Yu. You just let you go. Su Yu touched the 3 checks on her body. Compared with the few hundred USD in the previous 2 days, I still stole it from Catwoman. Su Yu instantly felt that he was rich and powerful. What if I have money? Go to the bank and get the money first. No, you can't go to the bank in vain and take a delivery order to the bank first. Su Yu feels like a genius, the bank's wool must be plucked. He quickly grabbed a takeout order from a girl named Lisa. At noon, I eat grilled leeks, grilled squid, and spicy burgers. The girl is very angry. Su Yu came to the bank on a motorcycle. As soon as I entered, I was stopped by a fat security guard. Stop, the delivery man can't go in. Su Yu shrugged. Where do you see that I'm delivering food? The fat security guard pointed to the takeaway in Su Yu's hand, the yellow battle suit he was wearing, and the small motorcycle outside. It seems obvious. Su Yu took out 3 checks. See clearly, I'm here to do business. 40,000 USD. The fat security guard is greedy. It's so profitable to deliver food now. Do you still want people? Su Yu shook her head. I advise you not to go, you will be given a bad review for your low appearance. A bad review will be done in vain for a day. Fat security. Su Yu walked in and smiled at a 7-pointed girl. Which is Lisa, her takeaway has arrived. The girl turned her head to look, her eyes lit up. Wow, so handsome, I'm Lisa, my takeaway. Su Yu smiles. Are you talking about the handsome takeaway, or the handsome takeaway? Lisa blushed and her freckles became more pronounced. Hee, definitely the handsome takeaway boy, you are Sue, I know you. You are amazing, let the Archis and his wife go in directly, these Asan still want to rub your heat. HMPH, dreaming. Su Yu waved his hand. It's all their fault, I do very little. He handed 3 checks. Cash my 3 checks first, for a total of 40,000 United States dollars. Lisa nodded. Okay, soon. 2 minutes later, Lisa took out 40,000 United States dollars in cash and handed it to Su Yu. She suddenly thought of something, her face changed dramatically. Sue, you won't send me in this time, woohoo, I haven't done anything wrong. The more she thought about it, the more afraid she became, and she started crying. Did the takeaway send the girl to cry? Su Yu was a little stunned, and this girl's psychological quality was too bad. Nothing wrong, what are you afraid of? Lisa cried even louder. I just picked up a wallet the day before yesterday and didn't hand it in. The people around look over. What's the situation, why is Lisa crying? Looks like he was crying by handsome. No, she should be crying when this handsome guy broke up. You know shit, I guess this little brother is here to rob the bank, so Lisa will be scared. Su Yu patted Lisa and said gently, don't cry, I'm really just here to deliver food, just to withdraw money by the way. Lisa cried again. Woo-woo, you are so handsome and so gentle, that makes people fall in an instant. Su Yu is about to collapse, why is this girl crying? Did you cry then? It's not sentimental, then I'm a little more aggressive. Before Su Yu could make an expression, Lisa's face changed dramatically and she cried again. Then the rest of the bank screamed. Su Yu, bang. A shot goes off. Several robbers wearing Joker masks rushed in. The division of labor among several people is very clear. The fat security guard raised his fat hand for the first time, lying on the ground cooperatively, whispering softly. Being a security guard is too dangerous, it's better to deliver food. A robber kicked his fat. Don't make a sound. The fat security guard didn't dare to scream and covered his mouth. A shuttle of bullets hit the ceiling. Everyone raised their hands and bowed their heads. A robber shouted and dragged the bank manager out of his seat. Another robber pointed a gun at Su Yu and others. I like that you all stay obedient. Lisa hurried into Su Yu's arms. Woo, Sue, I'm afraid. Several other female bank staff rushed over and hugged Su Yu. Brother, we are also afraid. Su Yu smiled. Don't be afraid, I think they are just asking for money, there is no need to kill people. One of the robbers glanced at Su Yu and exclaimed. Chat, there is such a handsome takeaway boy. Today you are very lucky to witness a bank robbery, and you can go to the bar to brag about girls again. Su Yu looked at this Joker masked robber and thought, this guy can't be a real Joker, right? The bounty is 550,000 United States dollars. Am I so lucky? At this time, bang, with a loud bang, one of the robbers was shot with a shotgun. The head of the bank, a man with a ferocious face, holding a gun and frantically attacking the robber. Do you know whose bank you are robbing? I don't know how the dead word is written. Several robbers hid behind the stage. Su Yu whispered to Lisa. This bank has a deep background as a gold owner. Lisa whispered, they are all local gang leaders, and it is said that a lot of money is made from drug trafficking. Su Yu's eyes lit up, that is to say, this bank is full of black money. Joker robs black money, wants to cause chaos, and uses the money to coerce gangsters into doing things for themselves. He had some plans in mind. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.